Father help.
Father help.
I love that that's what we come back to.
Hey!
Is Olivia going, Father help?
I'm so sorry.
Hello.
What a great way to start the stream.
Hello.
Hello.
Welcome to All Aboard the SS Verbena. We're all your son. Father help.
Father help.
Father help.
I'm
My
so
boy.
sorry. Father help.
Why is this? Why is this?
Because, you know, Father. I don't have any explanation for you.
With this all said,
Is it because coffee?
Oh,
Yeah,
it
I
might
think
be because
coffee's
of
doing that
Always
to
because
you.
coffee.
I think
That
coffee's
sounds
doing
about right.
that to you, specifically coffee from Grinding Coffee Co., who just so happens to have a partnership with our stream.
oh, what?
Wow, we love segues.
Amazing.
Tell me more.
Well, if you like coffee and being queer just as much as we do, then you can go to grindingcoffee.co and use code NexilisGames in your cart when you check out to get 10% off your purchase, which is money you don't have to spend, which we like. We like not having to spend money.
I like not spending my money.
Yeah.
Me too.
I'll spend someone else's money though.
Yeah.
I mean,
But the good thing about the money that you do spend on this coffee is that it goes to a Black queer-owned company that supports marginalized streamers all across the internet, from Let's Players to cozy streamers to streamers like us, where they literally were like, no idea what it is you do, but it sounds cool, so we're in. So give them your money.
yeah, give us and Grinding Coffee Co. your money. And if you don't want to give them your money, give them someone else's money.
Yeah.
Get yourself a sugar daddy, a sugar father, if you would,
A glucose
and
guardian
have your
of sorts.
father buy you a sucralose guardian.
a glucose guardian of sorts.
Glucose guardian.
Go to your Glucose Guardian and just father.
Or your fructose
and
friends.
then-
Or
and
your
then,
fructose friends.
Your fructose friends. Take your
good.
fructose friends' money and buy Grinding Coffee Co. coffee, masks, shirts, hats, cup mugs.
I was
cold
legit
brew.
about to ask, what do I buy if I don't like coffee but still want to support?
Well, if you
Mugs and
don't-
masks sound
yeah,
great.
Mugs and masks to sip and to protect your queer little face.
Sip your coffee in your mug through the mask,
Through the
obviously.
Through the
mask.
mask.
It's like a coffee filter. Use the mask as a coffee filter.
Oh my
and then wear
God.
the mask.
Yeah, the mask is like a coffee
The masks
filter you
work
wear.
two ways.
And then
But it's coffee scented.
and wet, which could potentially
Let it
drown
dry
you.
up and then it will just be coffee scented and it'll protect you again. Maybe.
Isn't that torture? To put like, wet fabric on your face?
Torture yourself with
it
Grinding
torture
Coffee
to
Co.
Coffee
Today. We're great at these sponsorship
These are
ads.
great. We need
We're
more
doing so good.
sponsors.
Weren't we
Yeah.
supposed to go like even more insane with this?
Oh yeah,
Because we
just wait
talked
for
about
intermission.
something crazy at the end of the last one.
Yeah, just wait for after stream. Oh gosh.
Oh my god, we're absolutely out of our minds.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know.
I know the viewers aren't going to be able what I changed my name to just now, but I love it here in the Zoom meeting.
I wish they could see your
Canon
Zoom
last
name.
name.
I'm so sorry that you can't, but I was gonna say, is Atticus's pronouns front and back?
Oh no.
Atticus's pronouns are back and forth.
Oh, there we go. All right. Just wanted to clarify.
This is an 18+ stream.
Just in
If
case
in
you
the
weren't
chat.
aware coming into this.
No.
So sorry. I'm so sorry that you're new to this.
I apologize for nothing.
Mish, you should put in the chat what your Zoom name is. Would we like to
Here we
start
go.
introductions?
Yeah, I was gonna say that's a perfect opportunity to start introducing who these people sitting here in this Zoom call are and what they will be doing today in the game. I don't know what's going on. I should know, but I don't.
Been 2 weeks away from this boat, and now we don't know who we are anymore.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I gotta rediscover myself. Let's
Gotta relearn myself.
let's start on the bottom row today of the overlay.
So you.
Yeah, from what I'm looking at. How about we start with Ashley?
Hello. My name is Ashley. I use they, them, and z, them pronouns. I am an artist, actor, writer, and podcaster. I have an Etsy shop where I sell a lot of pride stickers and stuff like that. And I also have a card link, which I'm probably going to be posted soon if it's not already in the chat. Cool. You can see all the fun different projects that I work on. I am the creator and voice of the protagonist in Finley and the Chaos Crew, which is a comedy fantasy podcast about a non-binary half-elf, half-demon. And also I am the creator of the Diary of Mothman Kickstarter project, which is just down to its last couple of days of fundraising. We've raised like, I think $8,100 or more than that. So that's really exciting. So that's going to be happening. You get letters in the mail that are like diary entries from Mothman, or in your email, depending on your preferred delivery method. But that's done really well. And there's going to be a podcast version of that as well. But now's the time to get in on that with the Kickstarter, if it's something that you'd be interested in. I just do a bunch of different creative things. And tonight I'm going to be playing George Lamberte, and his pronouns are he, him. And he's a navigator.
Very, very nice. Let's do Casper.
Hello. I am Casper Oliver. My pronouns are they, them, and he, him, whichever. I will be playing Carter Num, aka Mom. His pronouns are he, they. I have my fingers in all the pies here at Nexilis and Thesperience Productions. Jar of Rebuke, which is back into the writing stages for season 2, so we're coming back with that one. The Queer Thesperience will be coming back. We have a bunch of new stuff. We got Finley and the Chaos Crew, which I voice in here and there. Also am involved in 2 other podcasts. The Soft-Boiled Detective, which is coming out I think like every week or every month. I kind of just look at my Spotify sometimes and there's new episodes. 2 weeks?
Yeah, I think so.
Perfect. Thank God someone can process time.
As the Finley and the Chaos Crew trailer premiered at the most recent episode.
That's right. The Finley trailer was in that.
Yay!
Also, Georgia Romero is Done For, which is by the same people. Also, you can hear me in Hello from the Hollywoods, which recently did a charity show. Our goal was 500. We raised over 800, which is a huge success. All that went to charity to support assault survivors, which is always good. And yeah, just kind of all over the place. You can find my card in the message in the chat. And yeah.
Alrighty. And let's go with Mish.
Heck. Hi, I'm Mish. Today you are allowed to perceive me. It's been a couple of weeks. I thought I'd give that permission back. My pronouns are he, him. I am a voice actor, a writer, a director. I have been on Jar of Rebuke. I've been on the Soft-Boiled Detective. Super fun characters, both of them. Wildly different characters, both of them. I've voiced in a handful of visual novels, with a few more coming out within the next month or so. I do a butt ton of webcomic dubs, or just fan comic dubs, things like that. I also stream. I just was talking to my girlfriend Pixel recently about potentially doing a collab stream where we both play Spiritfarer, because it technically has multiplayer on it, and I love playing Spiritfarer. What else? I play Atticus, Atticus Slutside, no, Atticus Brookside, who is the musician on the boat, and he is currently doing his best to maybe focus on the mission at hand, but everyone's very cute. Everyone's very, very cute.
That's true. Everyone's ridiculously adorable on this boat.
Yeah.
Right?
It's a
So
crime.
cute. Especially that bird. That little
Wow,
bird
who is
girl.
that
Little
bird?
harpy. Yeah, I want
Who
to learn
is
about
that?
her.
Who is that harpy up there?
Hi. I'm guessing you're talking about me.
No, we're talking about the other. No, I'm just kidding. We're talking about you.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Okay. Hi. I'm Olivia. I'm playing Piper, Pips, and her pronouns are she, her. I am not part of any of these cool, fun projects everyone's been talking about, but I'm here, having a good time. I doodle. That's about all I got. I don't know.
You did that really sick 5-second day animation.
Oh, yeah, my studio hosted a 5-second day animation thing, and I posted it on my Instagram and my Twitter, and you can see it there. And go and find some other cool people, because I work with a lot of cool people who do really cool animations, and hopefully they're posting theirs. I sure hope so. And
You should also see her fantastic One Piece art that she does.
Oh, we're not going into
Yeah,
that.
do you like One Piece art? Well, then you should check
Oh,
out
no.
It's Your Kitchen on Twitter.com.
Oh, God, are we really doing this again?
Yeah, go there and like every single picture.
Oh, God, please no.
Don't stop until every picture is liked.
Retweet
Oh, there's
them
too
too.
many pictures.
All of them.
Yeah, like and
My favorite part
retweet
was
all of
Olivia just
them.
going, "Oh no!"
I love the idea of us hosting a giveaway of some kind, and how they enter is by going and retweeting all of Olivia's One Piece art.
Yeah, that's not a bad
Oh,
idea.
no.
Yeah, it's like because
No.
we're on a boat and pirates, like and retweet every single one of Olivia's posts, and you do that. I don't know. Well,
Send you some stickers.
Good luck. Y'all are gonna get a lot of Sanji and Usopp, so
that's
good luck
fine.
with that.
That's
what
fine.
you deserve.
Do that, and I don't know. I'll send you a bottle of seawater.
Send you some shark shoulder wiggles.
Yeah, some shark shoulder wiggles, maybe a bottle of seawater from somewhere, and like I don't know, a bag of seashells.
And our undying gratitude.
Yeah, and like a
Oh, dear
Uh,
Lord.
pat on the back. Kind of.
Hearty pat on the back.
Yeah, hearty pat on the back and a job well done. Knowing that you liked and retweeted every single one of Olivia's One Piece fan art pictures that
Oh,
are up
God.
on It's Your Kitchen on Twitter.com.
Why? Why? Why must you perceive me so?
Because we love you.
Because we want more people to look at your art.
Oh,
I
great.
just love One Piece. That's all.
And One Piece is
It's
really
just
good.
more One Piece.
It's just more.
I'm
One
only at Zoe guys show, so like, don't worry about any spoilers for the new stuff.
Piece. It's fine.
No.
We could revel in the past. Speaking of the past, Olivia, what happened on last session?
Wait,
that we
wait. You
played?
need to introduce yourself.
Oh, yeah, I'm here.
Mister.
Hi.
Yeah, hello. Excuse you.
I'm the ghost. I am the ghost of this stream. No,
Well, we have to
hi.
perceive you.
Don't perceive me. Perceive the story. My name is Jason. Hello. My pronouns are he, him, and I am dad-shaped. I'm not a father, but I am dad-shaped. I am the self-proclaimed himbo of the Nexilis game streams, and I am your DM, storyteller, and mischief maker for this evening. I'm also a player on the flip side streams on Mondays, clocked in, and I am also a moron over there, but a little, more put together, but not. I don't know. It's a whole thing. Anywho, you can catch me doing voiceover stuff for various projects. You should all go and buy and play the Nightshade visual novel, Nightshade, You Are the Drug, because it came out. It's amazing. I've
Please
played
do
it a lot, and
Please do it. Buy it.
please do it. Yeah, Yeah, please do it.
Get it, buy it. Play it, love it.
I played a villain, an assassin in it. It's pretty cool. So pretty, so good.
Everyone draw
I
fan
love
art
it.
of Jason's character.
Ooh, now there's a plan.
That's what we should be doing. I also worked on the Office type, which the updated demo is out. If you want to date some human personifications of office supplies, I wrote for 2 of the coolest characters, and I'm biased, but I say that because I love them. Keith and B, and they are human personifications of keyboards, like a computer keyboard. You should go date them and tell me how much you love them, because they're amazing and they're great. I also stream on my own channel, J_SON Larock, because I'm original. And it's just random stuff that, when I think of it, it happens. So go and check that out.
Go and look at it and subscribe and like throw $1 bazillion in the
Yeah,
bucket.
give me $1 bazillion for existing on the internet. I want $1 bazillion for existing on the interwebs, for entertainment purposes, for free. I don't want to do it for free, so give me money. Give everybody up here money too. Give everybody on this stream money.
Give me your fucking
Give
money.
me fucking money.
Give me your fucking money.
Yeah, I want the fucking money. So, that's it.
If that doesn't convince you, I don't know what does.
Honestly, if that doesn't inspire you to pay us, I don't know what does. Okay, now speaking of in the past, Olivia, what happened last time? Can you remember? Can you tell us in your glorious word ways that you recount us of previous sessions?
Buckle up, folks, because let's get ready to rumble! Last time on Lower Decks, right off the bat, good morning, everyone. Time for a perception roll. All right, what do we do? But we find out that there are people blocking all the doors. God make freaking dang it. All the doors are just blocked by people. What could we possibly do? Well, let's start off with Carter. Carter goes out, bam, right through the door and picks a fight. Wow, what's that? Oh, now we're going to George. What happens with George? Well, George gets stressed, goes up, decides nope, gets back down and makes himself a pot of tea. That's great. That's wonderful. Atticus woke up and oh, that's right. I forgot. Piper woke up. She saw there was someone outside her door, panicked and screamed as loud as her little lungs could carry her, which caused a lot of them to fall down and be a little bit unresponsive, but that's okay. That's fine. However, it was not okay for Atticus, because poor Atticus woke up because of this very loud screech and had an instant trauma response, which we were not okay with, and I am so sorry once again for that trauma response. But he immediately chooses violence and killed the dude right off the bat. We woke up and chose violence this morning, so you know what? That's what happens. But then what's this? Ding dong, boom, bam. Here comes the mysterious voice of our new captain. So here comes our new captain telling us he has taken over the ship, and we're all like, we don't like this. So we're all freaking out, kind of scattered about. Mom finds his way up to Pips after hearing that scream, and George is trying very hard not to get stuck in a vent. And he ends up falling through that vent onto a sleeping person, RIP person. That's okay. They're actually fine. But you know what? It's all good. It's a satyr. They both got swords now. It's all good. They're on their way to find people. So now we've got Atticus, who just murdered a boy, smacking peeps around left and right, and finally makes his way back to Normal Land. And once we reach Normal Land, there's just no one there in Normal Land. So, that's kind of spooky. But panning back over to Pips and Carter, because, Mom finally found Pips, and now they're headed towards the kitchen, and so does Atticus, but just via a different route. That's okay, that's good. Meanwhile, George and this satyr dude is just wandering around, and so we're like, all right, cool. But boom, Carter and Pips are in the kitchen, and then we got boom, Atticus is in the kitchen, and starts flirting about, because of course, that be Atticus swag, walking in all shirtless, swaggering, just murdered a man. It's no big deal. I'm just gonna start flirting about. It's okay. It's all good. George and his friend do start to make their way down to the kitchen and nearly get caught, but boom, they make it. all right, now everyone is found in the kitchen. They're all getting like treated. It's great. There's a lot of flirting. My God, the flirting. There is nothing but flirting. The party is finally gathering together. There's a lot of flirting still, but we're gathering people together. We're gonna like fight this guy. But ding dong, here comes Captain Richter, here to take all the valuables. And they don't plan on hurting us as long as we don't do something dumb. But too late, we kind of already did. And that's where we left off on lower decks.
Incredible. Absolutely incredible.
So good. Oh, love those. I missed those.
I do love the one George quote that I still think about as he's falling out of the air vent, just, oh, you're gay, before landing directly on top of him.
Oh, that's
I
so
actually did write down George is wandering around with some random gay goat.
Some random gay goat.
He is
I
some
did
random
write
gay
that
goat.
down.
It's true.
Random
Gay goat.
I love
I
that.
appreciate that. I appreciate
I'm so
it being
sorry. I did
the
not get
gay
to see that
goat.
in my recap.
That's the best.
That's so good.
So, hopefully my hopefully that recap was okay.
Flawless.
That is the
So
fucking
good.
best recap.
It really
good.
is.
We're gonna have to have like a collection of all of the recaps, just so that we have them all in one place. It's the entire story just through Olivia's recaps, which
I
It's
love
amazing.
that.
Just
It's
the energy that you fly in with on them.
Yep.
It's gonna be so disjointed though.
It's gonna be so good.
that's
So
what
good,
makes
though.
it beautiful.
You listen to the
Just
recaps and go, do I want to watch this? And then,
Like,
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And then they go back and watch it.
That's exactly what happens. That's how we hook them.
Hook, line, and sinker.
Just all that.
Look, it's a fishing joke because we're on a boat.
As we're on a-
Take a good long look
I'll
at
leave
the
now.
motherfucking boat. Jason regrets being in the same room as me.
We're learning things. Anywho, well, here we are, session 3. You've all officially made it to the kitchen. You've kind of collected yourselves as a group, along with Denton Graham, who is the head of security, who is the gay satyr. Yes, I read the chat. You also have Tercella, who is the nurse, who is kind of also helping to look after everybody in the kitchen. You have Sammy and Vincent, who are grandfather and grandson, who are the heads of the kitchen, and then the little rascal that runs around and messes everything up. And you have Moxie, who is on her way up. She is the head of security, and the little goblin that's hiding in the dumbwaiter that you kind of ran into again on the lower decks. I hate to say it because I hate to live up to Olivia's little spiel. But anyway, you met Moxie and you were supposed to meet up with her up in the kitchen. So, you are all finally together, and you've just heard over the intercoms that Captain Richter Clay is looking to procure all of the goods and valuables and dollar bills, specifically, that are on the boat from the people that are there as guests, as well as the people that are there that are crewmates, cast members, sailors, security guards. Literally everyone on this boat will have their stuff rifled through and taken at some point. So it is up to somebody, if they so choose, to try and prevent him from doing these things. And it's already kind of come up within your group that stopping what's going on and kind of, taking back the ship as well as the valuables is something that your group is interested in doing. So,
Yeah.
would anybody like to kind of kick things off?
Well, Carter would immediately go into planning mode. I would start to kind of figure out what everyone's knowledge of the ship is. Because he knows Pips. And that's it. he doesn't know what George or Atticus know. So Carter would kind of be just like, all right, considering our current circumstances, I think it might not hurt to know a basic rundown of what it is you can do and what you can't do.
Before I talk about what I can and can't do, I just want to posit a thought. Since in the last session, did we talk about how the sound in the alarm in the boat was actually just Olivia?
I
No.
don't think anybody mentioned that.
No.
Okay.
No, nobody mentioned that. Pip was the one who was the alarm that took out everybody in the halls.
That's
All right, Pips.
It's okay. It's fine. I was just gonna make a joke about taking Pips and like shaking her like a compressed air can, and then you push down on her head and make her scream till all the pirates die.
Stop! Wait, that's
Wait a minute, we speed run Verbena!
No!
I accidentally deflated an entire can of spray air the other day because the cap broke off and I tried to put it on, but it pushed down the stick and I just ran through the house yelling and took it out back.
We just do that with Pip.
Great. Yeah, it got extremely cold. I took the laser temperature gauge we have, and it was like 2 degrees. Like half an hour later, sitting in the Florida sun. It got colder than that apparently, and that's how cold it still was.
Oh my god.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Will Pips freeze up if we use her too much?
Yes. The answer is yes.
At 2 degrees.
Oh,
You will
no.
literally freeze up. she'll look like a stuffed bird.
No. So Atticus would explain that he has a sword and he like wiggles it around. He also has Calliope. Oh, he doesn't introduce them as a sword and a Calliope. He introduces them as Thresher, his sword, which is a cane sword, basically, and Calliope, which is his beautiful violin, which he can in fact play with Thresher. He just opts not to. And that he's very, very good at cheering other people on. That doesn't seem like a big deal, but he's very good at cheering other people on. And yes, he does have a body count, but he's not telling anybody about that. If they find a body later, he'll be just as shocked as everyone else. And I have a very high performance and deception, so don't worry about it.
All right, that's a lot of good. Love to hear that. And would look to George. Like, all right.
I have a sword, and I could theoretically fight with it.
Hold on. George, I need be honest with me. What the fuck do you mean theoretically?
Well, I'm just being honest with the fact I've never fought with it before. But I know I've read a lot of books, so I feel like I could do it.
I like this one. He's cute.
George kind of blushes.
You stay towards the back. And Pips, are you breathing?
I can't do much, but I've got these, and she like lifts up her little fingers and wiggles them around, and you can see they've got like little sharp talons. But she doesn't. She kind of tucks them away again, and I've been cutting them down, but because we're on a ship, I don't have much use for them, But I don't. I mean, I'm good with the frying pan, sort of. Not really. Maybe I can kind of, but
Do you mean theoretically?
Well, okay, not theoretically per se. Like I've taken the frying pan. I've taken the frying pan once or twice to someone's face.
Yeah, no, I do know. I remember.
I'm so sorry. I keep apologizing to you for that. I'm so sorry. But
yeah,
you
know
scared
what?
me.
My nose healed relatively all right. It's fine. I know it was an accident. That's what I get for scaring you. But wait, hold on, George. You said your navigation, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I do know the lay of the ship well as well.
Oh, I hope so. Thank God. All right.
Oh! I forgot. I can like, if people are far away, like if I can read people what they're saying.
You can
From
read
looking-
lips.
Yeah, that. I can do that. That's something I can do. I don't know if that will be helpful necessarily in like a fight or anything, but you know, if it were like hiding it and stuff.
Good skill. You're good at the quiet and the loud. Got the full spectrum, huh, Pips?
Okay, I don't think I'm gonna try and be loud again, because you know last time I was loud it wasn't good, and I promised we said I wouldn't be loud again, right? And
What do you mean the last time you were loud?
Well, so last time I was loud, I may have knocked out a few people accidentally. So our rooms were kind of blocked, and I panicked a little bit, so I let out a loud noise, and may have caused some people to fall down. My mistake. This might be all my fault, and I'm so sorry.
A loud noise like the sound of an alarm?
That's possible. That could be what it sounded like.
Interesting.
Also,
I'm not entirely sure what noise I gave off this time.
Pips, did you say this is all your fault?
Yeah, no, we gotta come back to that part too.
Like, hold on. You didn't raid the ship.
Yeah, you didn't bring pirates onto the ship, sweetheart.
Well, I know I didn't, but he said he wasn't going to hurt us unless we did something dumb, and I did something dumb because I made a loud noise, you know, and so that might make it all my fault, and you know, and that's what I
Pips, hey,
Oh no!
hey,
If she starts crying, she's gonna get a
she's
hug.
not crying, but she's definitely getting herself kind of worked up, and
Oh,
you see feathers kind
no.
of start to molt off of her a little bit.
Oh no! She molts.
Oh no!
Carter
She
just
sheds when she's
immediately-
nervous.
Carter just, oh no, don't you worry, I busted one of their faces before you did that. Stupid already happened. Don't you worry. It's like trying to like, calm her down.
Yes, I may have also grazed someone earlier tonight.
Oh.
I'm glad to know that we've already started putting our dukes up, as it were.
The only person I grazed was on accident, but
It's
and
good.
Denton,
Yeah, I
who's
guess.
kind of listening to this conversation, just goes, "Yeah, just a little bit, but it was.
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. It's okay. We wouldn't have gotten up here if somebody hadn't theoretically had my blind side."
Do we want to know?
Well, it was a weird chance meeting.
I fell out of a vent onto him
Oh.
while he was sleeping. In
I
his
was
room.
going to say I'm prone to weird events that lead to meeting people, but not
I was
falling
crawling
out
through the
of
vent when it
vents.
happened.
Is this a secret rendezvous? I'm sorry. I mean,
No, he wasn't in the vent. I was the only one in the vent.
No, we weren't meeting in the vent. I was sleeping under part of the vent, and then George came through and fell through the vent, and it was...
no, but was this like a secret meeting? Like, did you plan for this?
No, if I said it was... No, that's how we met. We didn't
Oh.
plan to meet. Then that would
I'm sorry.
that would
I-
imply
oh.
that we've already met to plan
Here,
the meeting.
I didn't. Oh no, I'm sorry. Just you guys looked really cute together. I don't know. I didn't know. Oh, sorry.
George blushes big time at that.
Sorry.
Tricella from like sitting next to a group of people just kind of like looks over like what? It doesn't say anything. It just
Sorry.
kind of like helps.
I got a little worked up. I must have missed something. I'm sorry. I forgot. I didn't mean anything by it. I'm so sorry.
No, I mean
You're
I'm not
fine. I
taking...
accidentally fell to the vent into his room, and that's how we met.
Yes, alas, I'm not taking offense. I'm just
No.
really
We're just trying to
confused.
clarify how things went down.
It's all right. I mean,
I see.
I'm not. If the first impression that somebody gives to you is romantic, then that's entirely up to you. That's on you. But I mean, we're just kind of explaining how we got to the present situation. Anyway,
If we weren't in
George
like
is thinking,
horrifying
my first
Harry
impression
stuff-
of you is that you were gay.
yeah. Please tell me George says that out loud.
George says that quietly
Oh, quietly.
because he doesn't know if it's the right thing to say or not. But it seems
Yeah,
right.
can the rest of us see
Yeah.
if we heard George
Yeah,
say
so
that?
I'd say roll for perception to see if you hear that.
Ooh,
gonna also-
14.
Oh,
Pips
okay.
did not
no,
hear this.
That's a nat one. Denton doesn't hear that.
19.
19. Carter hears it.
Yeah.
Got like an 8, not happening.
Oh no.
You hear that George said something, but you're not quite sure what it was. Is Atticus listening?
Oh yeah, he rolled a 14.
Oh yeah, you hear.
I'll give a quick little side eye to Carter. Just like,
We just kind of side eye each
okay. Well, as cute as this would be in a not herring situation, like pirates having taken over my main source of food and home, cute, sure. Did Denton have any interest in joining us? On the meta side, I don't assume you have stats for him, but I know he has a sword, so
He does have
Atticus
a
would
sword.
ask if he was interested in coming along.
I guess if there's a plan that would require my assistance, then perhaps I can be persuaded to come.
Oh, all my plans consist of getting the bed of someone and then maybe steal their stuff. So if we can do one to get the other,
Could that
I'm
wait till maybe
interested.
after the pirates are dealt with?
If
I could do that to the pirates.
we can keep that in like our list of potential options if there's something that comes up that it would work. I'm just saying, just keep our options open.
You could say less promiscuous. It's fine.
Carter doesn't say anything, but he is very clearly contemplating the idea of trying seduction. He doesn't say anything, but he's like,
Piper is looking TM with wide, frightened eyes.
George
Look.
is thinking about how to improve upon the crawling through the fence idea.
We can
Look, that's just the plan that comes to my beautiful little mind whenever I think about things. And I think we have a very attractive group here. Just saying.
Okay.
Just saying.
we do also
Piper
have
is
the
flushed.
sharp, shiny shit. Also helps.
Okay,
That's
so
fine.
we've got plan A for Atticus sleeping with people. That's the name of the plan. Then we have plan S for sharp and shiny shit.
On plan V for vents.
Well, maybe
George gives Atticus a high five.
not. No.
Piper's
low
gonna
five for
raise
me.
her hand.
Yes. Last, we have an idea.
We what if we just ask them to leave the ship?
Ask
Like
them
we
to
can
leave
we
the
can
ship.
walk up to them and we can knock politely on their door. Maybe we can offer them some tea and talk to them, and maybe they'll just leave the ship if we ask really nicely.
In a perfect world, I wish that was the easiest and most reliable solution to our problems. I really want that to be the one. We'll put that on the list under plan P for please leave the boat.
Them nicely.
Be for polite.
Yes, P for
I-
politely asking them to leave the boat.
I give another side eye to Carter. I'm just like, she's very sweet, isn't she? She's just really sweet.
Oh, yeah. Yep. At least she's got that going for her. All right. Kind of gives
I mean,
Pips a pat on the shoulder.
we could really ask really nicely. I mean, I can do a thing that's not the screech, but it doesn't always work.
Wait,
But like I
what else you got? What else
That
you got in
doesn't
this
fill
pipe?
you with confidence, but what is it?
so I got I have this thing that so I'm not very good at it because I haven't practiced in a while, but I come from performers, and but I'm not good at it, but I sometimes the singing it gets people to kind of do what they want just slightly. not exactly, but I'm not very good at it, so it doesn't always work all the time, you know. And sometimes that's how I get the loud
So
noise. I
in-
get the loud noise more than not the loud noise, you know.
In theory, if you sing, you can potentially convince people to do something.
Sort of. I can charm them per se.
Okay.
But it's but like I said, I'm not very good at it, so it doesn't always work.
That's all right. We want to have as many options that we can to, figure things out, and different solutions can work for different problems. I just want to know how many of our little group happen to pass by the main entryway when coming
Did
into...
George pass by it?
The two
Is
of you
that-
did pass, yes, because you were
Okay,
almost
cool.
caught.
Okay, cool. That's where I thought that happened. I've been past the main entrance.
Yes, we saw
I
it when we came
Don't
in.
recall if I did. I don't recall a whole lot from the last hour or so.
That's all right. You two, referencing Carter and Pips. Did you happen to pass anything?
Out of care. I don't think.
You guys came in through the back door.
Right. Yeah, no, we popped in, kind of gestures towards the back door.
All right. Well, George and I happened to see out in the lobby a majority of the guests, well, from a large group of them, probably not all of them, but a great deal of them, had kind of been convened in one place, and there were a few guards that were just kind of passing by, just kind of keeping tabs on them. They didn't seem to be too busy, but they were kind of keeping an eye on the people that were kind of there. I don't know if this is a great idea, but it is a suggestion. If we wanted to at least have some kind of backup, it wouldn't necessarily hurt to try and get those people on our side. Not necessarily the guards, but the guests.
We could try to arm the guests.
The thing is, if we want to arm the guests, we have to get to the guests.
Could we use the lower decks?
To travel? Just kind of go about...
Yeah, but the her name was Moxie, right? Our goblin girl.
Yep.
Well, Moxie was traveling down there, and maybe it seemed like we could travel through without being detected. Maybe going down that way, and maybe we could just pop up and get them down one by one.
Okay. I wouldn't be opposed to asking to see if there are any kind of underground passageways to get from place to place, specifically to try and navigate that opening, that little lobby area. And you said...
So are we...
Oh, you saw Moxie, did you say?
Mm-hmm. She's
Okay.
gonna nod her head really fast.
Next, if she's on her way, which I suspect that she might be, then we should definitely talk to her, ask her.
All right. Carter's gonna look around and see if he sees her.
You don't see her yet, but you do see the cord of the dumbwaiter kind of slowly kind of turning as if something's being pulled up.
Okay. Oh.
So if we were to get to the other guests, are we looking to rally them into rebellion, or...
It was just a suggestion. I don't... Possibly. I mean, it's better to have people that can at least hold their own, and it never hurts to have more numbers.
I dig it, even if it just causes a bit of chaos and distracts the start a mosh pit. Even
They
if
do
it
that a lot in the
distracts-
books I read. Not the mosh pit part, but the getting people, a group of people to help.
Can't say I've ever heard of a mosh pit before, but
I know,
Well-
it just came out of my mouth. Don't know what that means.
well, we'll put a description to it. We'll create the first mosh pit.
Yes. So I'm actually quite good at rallying people, as it were.
Okay.
It's part of my stage presence. So how many pirates were guarding the other guests? And how many guests were there? As I don't recall if I ever saw that, if I was even paying attention, if I passed it.
I couldn't rightly say how many there were, so we might need a bit of time to at least scope it out and just see if we can kind of get an estimate of how many people are, there and wandering around. We can do some reconnaissance, just get in some information. I feel that with our group, we have the potential to at least kind of take out a few.
Oh, I feel between myself and Mr. Punchy's here and Lady Loud Noises over there, we could probably handle that. I'm sure in the meantime, George can also learn how to use a sword, and I feel like he's the kind of person who will pick that up rather quickly if given the chance.
Yeah, I have all the logic as far as how you do it down. I just need to actually practice with the sword. So putting two and two together shouldn't be that big of a learning curve.
Oh,
What kind of sword you got?
Long sword.
Okay, fortunately can't help you there. Kind of gestures to his knives. So, you gestures to Atticus. Watch this one. Because Atticus has the big blade, right?
Yeah, it's not like I guess it's probably like a long sword.
Okay, yeah. So, Carter would just, I don't mind
What
popping
is
a head out,
Thresher supposed to
taking
be?
a look.
okay. At that moment, the ding of the dumbwaiter kind of steadies, and the goblin that you saw, that Pips and Carter saw, kind of down in the kind of crewmate quarters, she kind of steps out, dusts off her clothes, and notices that there's a larger gathering of people there than there was before, and kind of wanders over, looking everyone over, and just kind of checking to see how people are doing, looking for faces that she recognizes, and does see Pips and Carter, and kind of scurries over and kind of quickly just kind of like pats the two of you on the arm,
Mm-hmm.
just as like a, well, I'm so glad that you both made it. Was worried just a bit, but looks like you can handle yourself.
Yeah, in a pinch.
Okay. Well, what'd I miss?
Well, kind of gestures to the group and think, we're taking the ship back. We're just figuring out how right now.
Yes, we're
Okay.
sorting out how we could go about maybe getting up and dealing with our quote-unquote new captain.
I'm
Lots of
practicing how to
plans.
use my sword.
He's practicing how to use a sword. Your what?
He's doing
practicing out
it
here?
safely in the corner.
No, go somewhere else. There are civilians here. You're gonna hurt someone.
Hey,
Sorry.
Pips, didn't you have a question?
I have a question.
Wasn't she gonna
Oh,
ask?
oh, that's
about-
right. That's right. Oh, sorry. Yeah. Okay. So, hi again. Hi, nice to see you again. So we were wondering, because you seem to know your way down there. There, is there like an under tunnel, a lower deck sort of hidden secret like travel way to get to the main entrance where that we could possibly like sneak out people one by one under the the noses of the pirates.
Not sure if there's any place that like connects to the lobby area with all those people. There are ways to get from front of the ship to back of the ship. Easy, sneak on through, go into some pipes, over some pipes, around some pipes, maybe climb up some pipes, you know, the whole thing. But I'm thinking you want to kind of get people out, kind of sneak them through the ship's underbits. Like, is that what you're implying?
She is nodding her head very quickly.
Yes, the underbits.
Does Atticus say that?
He's like kind of like softly to the side to himself, like, yes, the underbits of the boat. Because there's just something like that deflates him about considering the underbits of a boat. Because he's a large shark man, and he assumes the lower down you get into the ship, the tighter it gets.
And he would be correct. That's true. Well, Moxie thinks for a bit. There's not any escape route that you could use that easily connects to the lobby, but if you can get them to one of the nearest kind of staff entrances, there's a few doors just kind of down the hall from there. If you can manage to get them through there, then I don't see why we can't just Uh-oh.
I'm back. My internet screwed up. I don't even know why. It just did. It said your internet connection's unstable, and then like Zoom closed, and I was like, no.
Mine is also acting really funky right now.
No.
So
The last thing I heard was Atticus saying that he assumed that the underbits of the ship were like that would get tighter as it went down to that level.
That would
yes,
probably be true.
Okay.
And then Moxie was just kind of saying how the only way to kind of access the lobby, or the only way to access like the bowels of the ship from the lobby, is to go down a hallway, and there should be like a staff only door.
Okay.
That kind of leads to some staff stairwells, and that's probably the best way to kind of get people through there. But
there's nothing more direct than that.
In theory, that's a great idea, but the only thing that I can think of that can make it difficult and, you know, hard to pull off is the fact that there are still pirates walking around the lobby. So if you don't take care of them, or, you know, find a way to sneak around them, then, you know, you're probably shit out of luck. No offense. Your idea sounds great. Love it. But personally, I think that the fact that there are guards and pirates that could potentially kill a lot of people, yourselves included, is not great.
Do also want to posit that, let's say something happens, we fuck up, or maybe even don't fully fuck up, but one of the pirates takes off, communicates with the others what's going on. We may end up with a bigger problem on our hands. If they go run into their captain, not our captain, and telling them what's going on, we may end up with a bigger problem, which could get some of those civilians killed.
I like to avoid civilian death as much as possible. They pay good money to be here.
And for the most part, I'm sure they're good people. Regardless, didn't sign up for this. So
I don't think any of us did. Just saying.
No, that's a fair point.
Just saying.
I just wanted to draw pictures of animals when I got on the ship.
Well,
don't you work in navigation?
Yes, the captain said that when I had a spare moment that I could go and draw myself on the strip as well.
Oh.
So I was looking forward to drawing some plants and animals that I saw, and I haven't got to do that yet.
Are you interested in perhaps drawing me?
Potentially.
For some reason, I had the phrase "draw me like one of your French girls."
George blushes again.
Not sure why that's coming to me. Not sure why that's coming to me though. I agree. The least civilian casualties, the better. But you know, no casualties is, you know, the best option. And not having the captain and whatever goons he's got roaming around on our case.
My brain finally caught up with this conversation because have mostly just been thinking about butts for the last 10 minutes.
Denton just kind of
so
like
I had
narrows
a thought. If anyone tries to interrupt him, he just ignores it. You work navigation, you know more or less the entire setup of this boat, of this ship. Is there any way to, say, get into the speaker system and cut it off?
Would George know this, Jason? Should I roll to see if George knows this?
Yeah, I'll have you roll history for this.
Okay, because that's more specific than just like, where is this particular room?
Yeah.
I got a crit fail.
That's really funny because I rolled for Moxie and Moxie also crit failed. So
Oh no!
Wait, did they cancel each other out?
No, they both crit failed.
Right, but they both crit failed. So... Never mind. Just being facetious.
Oh boy.
Atticus is going back to his room and going back to sleep.
Yeah, I think if anything, you know how to talk into it. You've seen the captain do it, and you know where the speaker is, like the microphone for it. And you're not ready to commit to saying, oh yeah, we can turn it off in, on the bridge.
Yeah.
So
that makes sense.
That's all you got.
George is just like, I'm more of an artist and a writer than an audio engineer, unfortunately, and I know a lot about the ship, but I don't happen to know, how to exactly turn off the speaker reliably enough that I, want to try doing anything with that knowledge.
Perfectly fair.
Well,
George is also thinking, are the pipes large enough to crawl through?
Is George asking this out loud?
George probably does ask it out loud. Just as a matter of curiosity.
Moxie takes a minute, takes a deep breath. If you want to keep all the hair on your head and all the skin on your bones, you're not going to want to crawl through those pipes.
I'd rather like to keep those things so I won't crawl through the pipes, I promise.
Yeah, you look like a nice person, and I don't want you to burn to death on hot steam.
I appreciate your concern, and I will not crawl through that. I may crawl through some vents. I can't make any promises, but I promise I won't crawl through the pipes. Pinky promise.
She kind of awkwardly pinky promises with you. Just like, what is going on?
I'm having a beautiful time.
Carter is still gonna offer to like pop a head out and see how many pirate guards are out there, because like that might depend if there's only a few versus if there's like 15.
Is this something that Carter brings up to the group?
Yeah, so it's just probably should still get a head count out there, whether or not we're heading that direction or downstairs. It might be good just to know how many of these guys that we have on the ship.
Not a bad idea. If you can be quiet enough, then...
Yeah, it's a great thing called shutting my trap. Watch. And he just closes his mouth and starts towards the door.
George pokes Atticus and says, isn't there one less now than there would have been?
One less what?
Pirate. That's what the blood was about, right?
No, I said I grazed him, remember?
Oh.
I hope you know
remember
Piper is
there was
gone.
just a lot of blood, and I thought it was kind of, cool, kind of like the things that happen in the books and stuff, so.
Atticus contemplates really hard going back because he really likes the idea of George thinking him cool. Wait, let me think. He looks to either side to see who's really close by and leans down to like whisper growl in George's ears. and say, well, between you and me, I was quite heroic about it. They didn't stand a chance.
George tries to stifle jumping up down in excitement and then very quietly and gently high fives Atticus.
It's beautiful.
Oh,
It's
boy.
beautiful.
Note, Atticus does not fully remember killing this dude. He just knows he had to escape.
Yeah.
He just wants George to think that he's cool.
I love dice. So
Oh no.
yeah, I love it.
No.
It's
Jason,
great.
no.
It's great. Don't worry about it. As Atticus kind of leans over to say all of this to George, Denton is standing right there.
Oh,
So,
Denton
you want to
is
be hit
right.
on too, Denton?
It's like Atticus leans in and says this to George, leans out, and Denton's just. Are you saying you killed a man?
I'm saying I protected myself.
There? Okay.
George
Say
gives
no
Denton a
more.
high five too.
I feel like George isn't reading the room right.
This is great. This is wonderful. I'm here for George high fives.
Yeah. You'll
Wait,
get one
is George
eventually.
really just offering a high five?
Yeah. George is just really excited about what's happening. The adrenaline kicked in.
I love George.
You avoided being seen by the pirates earlier.
He's running on a high.
Yeah, Denton regards your high five for a minute and just. Let me go and think this over, and then I'll consider the high five.
It's just a hand.
Well, it's just a corpse as well, but you know.
My hand's not a corpse.
No, it's all right. Denton high fives you and walks away to go get a glass of water.
George is excited now. He's collecting more high fives.
Oh, God.
Atticus is not sure what the trouble is. He mostly just didn't want to say anything because he didn't want anyone to think he wasn't cool. The last time he did a whole lot of killing, he figured people would find that really not cool. So he doesn't talk about that time anymore.
All right. So Carter is heading out to. Or Carter just walked away.
Yeah, because Carter, no one seemed like, I'll come with you. And so Carter's like, I'm just gonna go take a look.
Well, as you wait, is Pips going?
Pips is automatically following Mom anywhere he goes.
The
I
fact
hope
that
you know
the fact that you two are the ones heading towards the door, Moxie is gonna run up after you to go with you.
Oh, yay.
So there are 3 of you now, kind of doing surveillance.
And I will teach
on-
George how to use a sword in the meantime.
Good.
Yeah. Ashley, if I could have you just roll. I'll say roll performance, and then we'll come back to that to see how well your sword training is coming along.
Amazing.
Okay, so Pips, Carter, and Moxie are going out to investigate the area to see if you can kind of pick up on how many pirates are kind of guarding the lobby area.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. So, as you kind of approach the open space of just a few floors down, maybe a grand staircase that leads into the lobby, like that kind of area, you see that the people that are there haven't really moved much. They seem to be kind of hushed tones talking amongst themselves. The pirates aren't really doing much. The ones that you can see that were guarding the stairs earlier, the weird, or you didn't see, but the ones that Denton and George saw earlier. So there are 2 on the stairs that are kind of looking over the crowd. That are easily visible. They don't seem to be doing anything to kind of quell the conversation that's happening in the crowd. They don't seem too threatened by it. But that's all you see at a first glance are the people. Yes.
I want to use one of my abilities.
All right. An
Um,
ability.
yeah.
What do we got?
So I'm going to use Precision Slice. You can use either perception or investigation when encountering situations involving picking up on details. You must be specific with the nature of the details you are looking to pick up on.
Okay, cool. So, what is the specific detail or kind of information that you were looking to try and acquire by?
Number one is mostly how many are there pirates. If he can also get a gauge on how armed they are, because like what are we dealing with? So it's mostly focused because all the guests seem okay. So he's mostly focused on the threat. So it's mostly how many are there, how armed are they, but that's more like an afterthought.
Okay, cool. So either perception or investigation, whatever one you feel more proficient in. They go on ahead and give that a roll.
All right. Oh, it bounced off the table onto the bookshelf, but that is going to be a 24.
Okay.
Hey.
All right. A 24. So what you do notice, apart from the two that are on the stairs, there is one person that you see patrolling the second floor up from the lobby. So occasionally you'll see them kind of wander by. They do have a sheath on their hip with some kind of short sword on it. And I should also be making sure that I write this down so I know and I'm aware. Okay.
So there's one upstairs.
Yeah, you guys would be on the farthest side, like towards the front of where the front of the boat would be, on the second floor.
Okay, so on the same floor as us.
Yes.
But is staying more towards watching the group.
Yeah, so they're kind of looking over one of the balconies.
Okay.
But they're kind of patrolling, so they might look, they might, walk away and stare out a window. They might look, anywhere else, maybe sit down in a chair and, so they're not really, they're very blasé about how they're kind of meandering about the second floor stairwell, or not stairwell, but overlook.
Cool. Carter's gonna, after getting count, is gonna make a note, because that would be the easiest person to take out first. But the risk is also very high. So let's see how many more downstairs if I can see.
You do notice that there are, let's see. There's one person that's kind of towards the back of the group, standing near the entrance to a hallway that probably leads down towards some of the lounges and some of the social areas. And this person has a blunderbuss in his hand, just kind of watching over the crowd, but not making...
That's a gun, right?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
It's like a larger kind of gun.
Right. Cool. Oof. Is it...
Let's see... And I'm going to have you make one more... You said perception was what you rolled the first time? Okay, I'm going to have you make another perception check.
Okay. Not as good, but not bad. So that is going to be a 15.
15? You can kind of make out from looking at the people in the crowd that they keep glancing towards the stairs, and from what you know of the boat, there is a hallway that goes between the stairs that kind of leads back into some of like the art galleries and some of the like ballrooms and stuff like that. So the way that they keep looking in that direction implies that there's somebody there, but you don't know what that person looks like. You don't know what kind of weapons they have on them, and you don't know how many people are there. It's implied that there's at least one person there that they keep kind of glancing over towards, but you don't know much about them.
Cool. So Carter makes a mental note. Minimum 3 people. Minimum.
Minimum.
It was the one upstairs.
Yeah, one upstairs, two on the stairs.
So minimum 4.
Minimum 4.
Because Carter would rather assume there is someone there and be wrong than assume someone's not there and be wrong.
That's
so
fair. Yeah. So minimum of 4 people. Yeah. One looking over, 2 on the stairs, 1 guarding the back hallway, and possibly 1 or more people guarding that front hallway.
Okay. So not a lot of this is being said out loud, especially because there's like another person up here. But the fact that there's so few guards here, but the fact that they did manage to take over the entire ship, there's probably not a small crew. They're probably all just elsewhere. So Carter isn't feeling much comfort from this. So he's assuming they're probably all with the actual captain, or somewhere near there. So
there were also a decent number of people guarding all of the crew quarters, rooms.
They're still there.
Yeah. So there are a bunch of people down there as well.
Okay. So most of the people are focused on the crew, which makes sense. So Carter will look back to Moxie and Pips and kind of just give like a gesture for them to head back into the kitchen.
Can Pips hold up a finger?
Yeah.
Real quick?
Yeah.
And kind of gesture for Carter to move back a little bit?
Carter just leans in real close and just in the quietest, why? Just this whispered why.
She doesn't want to speak because she knows she can't control her own volume. She's just kind of like, she holds out her hands, like just wait a little second and scoot over slightly. And she's gonna be really quiet and she's gonna look around and see if any of them are talking and see if she can read any of their lips.
Hey, it's that thing.
Okay. Yep, Carter backs up because he would trust her.
Okay. So you are able to kind of get a bit of a decent lookout point towards the 2 that are on the stairs. And while the conversation isn't super in-depth and you don't really catch the whole beginning of it, you do notice that from across the way, because they're standing on opposite ends of the grand staircase that kind of coils around the front hallway, they are kind of whisper talking to each other and also trying to read each other's lips without making too much noise. And you do catch a few things kind of like a, what are they saying? Maybe a, best behavior, we can't mess up. Or like a, did you know he was coming? You do catch a few.
Do they say anything more about he? Like, did you know he was coming? Like, who is he?
I'd say roll. Can you roll perception real quick?
Yeah, no problem. Oh yeah, that is gonna be a 22.
22.
Oh snap!
You can.
I get proficiency when lip reading.
It's very good. You do notice that sometimes when they refer to he, they kind of tip their head towards the hallway in between the stairs.
Did we say that the hallway in between the stairs goes up to like the captain's quarters or no?
It's just a hallway that kind of leads towards like art galleries and ballrooms and stuff like that.
Okay. Once she hears that, she'll kind of back off of it and kind of neum back, like panic neum.
Are
And she'll go,
you neuming?
okay.
Are you going fast?
Well, no, not like fast, but she's like doing that like fast tiptoe, like that's like, all right, we gotta get out of here, like but we're gonna be quiet and stealthy about it.
Okay.
But I'm gonna, because I'm panicking a little bit, I'm gonna go a little fast. That sort of thing.
Yeah, that exact song. I'm familiar.
Yeah, I've sung it before for you. You know how it goes.
Yeah, you
Top
have.
40 on the radios.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You hear it all the
it's
time.
me like trying to sneak up on you so I can scream soda in your ear when JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
Okay, what I hate is that I'm very familiar with that. I'm very familiar with what that looks like. But anyway, okay, so you come back.
Yeah.
Yep.
So we come back and I wait a little bit to make sure everyone's back in and the doors are closed.
Oh, so back as in the kitchen.
I don't know. I kind of ran towards the kitchen.
Okay.
I don't know.
You're going back to the kitchen where your like little hideout was?
That was my guess, is where Carter was gonna go. Piper was just immediately gonna go that way.
Yeah, Carter would hang back so that he's the last going, because he feels more comfortable if something happens for it to be him to deal with it rather than Pips or Moxie.
That is fair.
And he's keeping an eye on the surveillance upstairs.
Oh, why are you rolling, Jason?
And
Don't
is
roll.
kind of
Don't
tempted
roll.
to go after
No,
them.
it's nothing bad.
Don't say don't. Okay.
No, it's okay. I was rolling for something to see if Moxie noticed anything, but this is the second time I've rolled a nat one for Moxie, so
Oh,
she's
I
not
should go
doing
to
great
jail.
today for
Could
her,
you
but-
take those nat ones off the NPCs and put them on the pirates? That'd
I
be
Yeah.
would love to.
stellar.
Yeah.
I would love to do that, but dice are saying no. Dice are saying no,
Ugh.
not today. So they're immediately going into jail.
Yeah.
Okay, so you all make it back to the kitchen.
Cool. Carter would immediately share what he found. If the others, aka Atticus, George, and please remind me, Gator Man.
Gator. Denton.
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 Gator.
Gator needs his gas.
Gator Chan.
Denton.
Chan.
If
Gatorade.
Gator.
Gatorade.
if Denton, Atticus, and George are all still near each other, then Carter would walk with Pips and Moxie to them so he doesn't have to repeat himself. So he could just give it all in one.
Okay.
Like once he gets back with everyone, he would explain. Like, all right, we got minimum 4 people out there. 1 of them is on the same floor as us. 3 of them, at least, are downstairs. That's not a lot, which could be good, but also means that they're all likely elsewhere, that we don't know where they are. So let's keep an eye out.
All right. And because we're back in the kitchen, what did George roll for performance with sword lessons?
He got a 19.
Hey! Way to go, George.
So
Yeah.
proud of you.
You're doing it. You have a little
Huge.
you have a little training montage with Atticus that's just learning the proper form with a sword, like how to
Yeah.
swing, how to block, how to just basic sword techniques, nothing too fancy. You do
I do a lot of that standing behind you and showing you how your hands are supposed to go on the sword.
yeah, we ghost it, but it's like with a sword.
Yeah.
We ghost it with a sword.
I'm a hot
Valid.
shark Patrick Swayze, so
George is surprisingly unembarrassed by this because he just perceives that, like, Atticus is teaching me how to use a sword.
Oh,
I love
George.
this.
Oh, George. I love you.
Atticus
George, so
loves this.
much. All right. And I also think this is a perfect time for a little intermission now that we have the information that you need for the lobby and the individuals that are guarding the lobby. We will leave everybody with that while we go for a quick intermission to go to the bathroom, get some snacks, refill things,
Snacks.
stretch your legs, do some jumping jacks, get in a montage of sword training. I don't know, whatever.
With the hot shark man.
With the hot shark man, whatever you're feeling. And we will be back momentarily.
Yay.
Yo ho, a pirate's life for me.
Let's go bone some pirates.
Oh,
we're
what
back.
a great thing to come back to.
That's not. I think these are the wrong pirates to do that with.
We don't know that yet.
You don't know that. You don't know that yet.
You sure? I'm not getting a good vibe from them.
We haven't
Well, you've only seen the goons.
Yeah, the ones that could block the door.
Maybe. I don't know.
Sure.
We haven't met any of
The named ones, apart
Yeah.
from Freddy.
we've met the red shirts. All right,
Yeah.
let's work.
You met a
Yeah,
bunch
we
of red
have.
shirts.
If we go up in the pyramid of pirates, they get hotter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
They
haven't
get
you
hotter with
watched enough
rank.
One Piece to understand this?
They get hotter with rank. You're so right.
God.
Oh
Look
my
at those
God.
captains. Oh my god, I killed Olivia with that one.
Yeah. Yeah, Olivia?
Oh, my stomach.
God.
Welcome
I'm
back to
sorry.
stream, everybody.
You said
Hello.
One Piece. Pirates.
welcome.
That got me going.
I mean, I think that gets you going, like, no matter what, but
It gets me going.
I'm right there with you. I'm right there with you. Alrighty, so before we took our intermission, we uncovered some information about the pirates that are currently guarding the lobby of the SS Verbena, and that there are minimum of 4 that are kind of either patrolling or standing around and watching or guarding things or, the things that pirates do. But with that information, you've come back to the kitchen to kind of figure out what next step you want to take. And George had a very nice sword skills montage. Very
was
much like the
beautiful.
scene from Ghost. But it was Atticus teaching him how to use a sword, and it was very beautiful, and it was heartwarming, and we all cried a little bit. It was,
Yeah, we did.
we did. We shed.
It
some
was
tears
also very
together.
gay.
It was very gay, and I think that's why we shed the tears, because it was so beautifully gay that we just cried a bit.
Such a pure expression of gaiety.
My
Yup.
brain just went so gay, so gay. But I gotta you.
And Denton watched the entire thing.
Good
Just
for him.
from the sidelines, like, all right, this is what we're doing now. But the
Look,
group has
Denton,
returned.
if that's what you're into.
I mean, maybe. I don't know. I have no idea what he's into. But the reconnaissance team has returned with the information that they found out and has shared it with the group. There you go. You have this information now that there are people out there, that there are minimum of 4, 2 on the stairs, 1 on the second floor, which is the floor that you guys are on, kind of patrolling the overlook, and there is 1 guarding the back hallway with a blunderbuss, and there is some person in the hallway in between the main staircases that the guys on the stairs are a bit unnerved to have there.
And the weapons that I've seen on them were sheathed swords, and then one had the blunderbuss.
Yes, I forgot to mention, but the stairs guys also had blades.
Blades. Okay, so most of them have swords from what I saw.
Yes, from what you saw, at least 3 have blades, and then the one in the back has a gun.
Okay, Carter would also relay this. So the crewman, pirate guy who's upstairs has a sword, right? Downstairs, the guards that I saw all have swords except for 1. Some of them have guns. So we'll want to keep that in mind, not rush in too terribly confident with distance. So
George is practicing little sword switchy things in the corner. Carefully.
Nice.
But listening.
and George has clearly learned some things, right?
Yeah. It's a big
You know
improvement.
how I said he was going to pick this up pretty quickly? I was very right. I was more right than I thought I would be.
Yeah. Always love a fast learner. May keep you alive.
Piper kind of snaps out of her
quiet panic and goes, oh, that's right. So I also I was able to read from them the they're so they're talking a little bit back and forth. It wasn't much, but they seemed to be afraid about someone down that hallway that they were near. They kept looking down and looking very afraid, and they said he, but I'm not sure who he is. And I tried to listen for more, but I couldn't tell, and I was getting a little afraid that they might notice me, so I kind of backtracked. But like, they said he, and I'm not entirely sure who he is, but they seem kind of afraid of him. And I feel like we might want to be afraid of him, unless he's on our side, which might be a possibility. He could be on our side, but you never know, right?
So, you're saying they were looking at the assumed pirate that we couldn't see?
Well, I don't know if they were like in the hallway, but I think they were down the hallway at least. And there was definitely someone down that hallway. If they're looking down and say like, oh, I never knew that he would be here, and then they look kind of afraid that like he was here, and I don't know who he is, but like maybe he is on our side, and maybe they just are afraid of him. Maybe it's our captain.
You,
Do you think it's our captain?
as much as I would love for that, I unfortunately think that your first instinct, that we should be worried about that guy, is probably more likely. I'll admit I'm more curious than anything, though.
I mean,
Well, we'll burn that bridge when we get to it. So
we could just.
Hmm?
Could we just go down there?
yeah, sure. We could just go down there. You got a plan with getting down there, or what to do when we're down there?
Oh, we could be, like, well, okay, no. I didn't exactly have a plan per se, but like, maybe we could just maybe they'll be understanding. I mean, they seem pretty afraid. They seem kind of on their toes. Maybe if we just Atticus, maybe we can get Atticus to look kind of like, frightening, and like, because he's all tall and kind of intimidating with the wiggles, and maybe he could just like wiggle towards them a bit and frighten them a little, and then maybe we could just walk through.
Yeah,
I don't know.
frighten's the word I'd use.
I'm sorry, sweetheart. I don't think anyone else is going to be as afraid of my wiggles as you are.
No.
They weren't. Just thought. I'm sorry. They were very aggressive, and I know you were trying your best, but they were kind of scary.
Carter.
I'll have to take that as a compliment for now, and I'll process those emotions later.
I'm sure everyone finds your wiggles very charming and enchanting, and I don't blame them. You're a very charming, enchanting person. But that being said, I just seeing a tall, very tall person coming at me wiggling their shoulders, it seems kind of like a fight move, And I tend to think the worst first, and so wiggles, fights. I don't know. It just seems to kind of connect like that. Anyway, maybe intimidation could work.
Have you ever been in a fight? Because I'm going to tell you, I have never once been wiggled at in a fight. So either I want to get in on the fights you're having, or I have some questions to ask.
I'll keep note of that for later, Carter, if you're interested in wiggle fights.
God damn it. Yep, okay. He goes red-faced and just... So, with what we know outside, downstairs, we have plan, just go downstairs. I'm gonna admit, gonna pause it, that one might need a little work, might want to polish that one up a little bit, but it's got potential. Got good potential.
Could we possibly take out the current guards that are up? You said there's about 4 of them. There's about 4 of us.
And I was thinking about taking care of the one upstairs.
Would you like me to scream again? I could try it again. I know I'm not supposed to make the loud noise, but maybe I should.
I'm gonna pause it. Last resort. Because if you scream, everyone's gonna know. So maybe if we're in a pinch, that'd be an excellent way for us to get out. So definitely.
She's gonna nod her head.
Definitely keep that in your pocket. All right, you're gonna be like our life vest. All right, if we start sinking, you start screaming, right?
she'll nod her head very quickly.
He gives her like a thumbs up. Do we wanna hold on? We're why do I just keep wanting to call him Duncan?
Denton?
Denton?
Thank you.
Duncan?
That's the name that keeps coming out. Denton. Denton and Moxie. It's like, well, I guess mostly to Denton, but also to Moxie. Like, were either of you one to help us with the Operation Take Out the Trash?
First of all, I love that name. That's pretty good. We love the names of these plans. Denton and Moxie kind of look to each other. Moxie still has the bat that they had in the dumbwaiter down in the crew quarters, and kind of hefts it a little bit in their hand, just kind of, a little bit, and I don't mind helping. Might be a bit loud. You know, cracking skulls tends to get loud.
True.
I mean, if you want me to help, I can.
I guess it wouldn't hurt to have all hands on deck, so to say.
And she kind of looks at Denton. How about you? And he's, if you'd like my assistance, and I can figure out how to do something, but I'm good with a sword, but you'll have to tell me where I'm heading.
Isn't Denton head of security?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just humored by the hesitation from the head of the security.
He's head of security, but he never said he was the one committing to enforcing security.
You know, that's fair.
It is.
He's the kind of guy that loves to orchestrate, never to carry out.
Okay, so he's more like a chess player rather than a fighter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
George at this point says to Carter and the rest of them, I haven't had that much chance to practice with my sword yet, so I don't think I should be like the main person trying to do this, but I am happy to be backup if it need be.
Hey, George, this spark that you have, whatever this gumption is, you don't let anyone fucking take that away from you. Your stupid ass is probably gonna get killed real fast, but die with that spark, okay?
George just looks kind of confused.
Piper is absolutely gonna yell, "Mom!"
What? George at first looked like he was gonna high five Carter, and then the last part just like kind of puts his hand away, and it kind of looks like he doesn't know what to say.
Some people are gonna die, Mom.
Let's be real, all right? We are all doing something real stupid. I got full knowledge that I might walk out there and get myself shot in the face. This might be the last thing I ever do, but I'm gonna do it confidently.
No, I'm not letting him die today. No one's gonna die on my watch. Or I mean, with me, I guess. I don't want you guys to die. I very much like you.
I don't want to either.
Yeah, I don't want to
like
die
you too,
either,
Piper.
but like it happens. Shit happens. Pips, it's okay.
I'd rather not die.
I'm not. I'm gonna try and not die, and I'm sure that George probably, likely, with optimism, we're all gonna make it.
Carter, you hear the back of your mind just, you better not fucking die.
You all hear out loud as Carter, yeah, 'cause I'd haunt you right fucking back. To no one.
Pips won't pay any mind to that, but she will give Carter a hug.
She's used to it.
She's used to it. She's not caring that he talks to him, so she will just give him a hug. She's like, "Thank you for not dying on me," and we'll give him a hug.
Carter will look at George, like genuinely, there's like, I didn't offend you, did I? Because this soap. No, I see how that would happen. My bad. Give me a moment. Walks away.
Or still just standing there confused.
That's fair. He's gonna go look for who's the head of. They were head of medical.
Trisella.
Trisella. Are they still around somewhere?
Yeah. I would think they'd just be kind of bopping back and forth between groups of people. You know, Sammy and Vincent. The group of guests that were just kind of seated around. They're just kind of a bunch of, you know, gaggles of people that just kind of clutter the kitchens, but they're doing their best to make sure everyone is seen to and taken care of, you know, refilling water, stuff like that. So,
Okay.
they are around.
All right. So if they're around, kind of floating around, Carter is going to try and flag them down.
Okay. Come over.
So, because they're mostly kind of trying to figure out. Pip's made a very good point, or at least Rose a very good point. We don't want to die, but none of us have medical training. That Carter's at least assuming.
Yeah.
So
George has like a little bit of medical training, but not a lot.
Okay.
I know how to tie a shirt around a wound, and that's it.
Okay. So we have a little bit of help with George. Unfortunately, I don't think Carter knows that. So he's gonna go to Trisella and basically is asking, like, either do they know where we could get supplies in an emergency that might not be, like, in Medbay? Because pirates are probably gonna go for Medbay.
Yeah. You're asking just where stuff would be?
Yeah, so Carter would basically explain to them, you know, hey, listen, we got a team heading out, right? None of us are like you and know their way around patching up someone who's gotten hurt, right? Right.
Mm-hmm.
So in case of a worst case scenario when someone gets pretty banged up, is there anywhere on this ship that we could possibly go to get supplies outside of the general medical area, or is it all condensed there?
I'd say most places, bars, lounges, clubs, most places have a first aid kit that's readily available.
I do have 2 healing potions as well.
There's also that.
You have healing potions?
Yes. I've been apprenticing some in the medical field, so I do have, they gave me some of those to keep on hand.
Shit, I take back my statement. You might be the only one to live. Great.
George says thank you.
So
Pips smacks Carter on the arm.
all right.
But yes, there are first aid kits that are just kind of scattered around. If you can find them, there should be things in them. We restocked everything before we set sail, so if you're able to kind of canvass the, you know, crew quarters, if you can get into some pantry closets, wherever you would think to look if you were a crewmate, I would say there will probably be a first aid kit there.
All right.
And they have basic, you know, medical supplies, bandages, probably some kind of light healing salve, something that you could use.
Question: did you already crack into the one that we have here in the kitchen?
I brought my own stuff, so I didn't think.
Perfection.
Okay. She's actually gonna kind of scurry back and look through just some of the pantry closets, because it would be kind of hooked up onto one of the walls there. And there is a first aid kit in the kitchen that has yet to be used.
Cool. So Carter's gonna go through it. I'm sure Carter, being in the kitchen as long as he has, is quite familiar with the contents of the first aid kit.
Yep.
So Carter would snag anything that could kind of go into pockets, but he'd also want to distribute stuff to other people, so it's like if they separate, someone isn't completely without.
Yeah.
So however much you'd feel could be divvied up between us.
I'd say some people would probably get at least 2 people would get rolls of bandages. There's 1 bottle of like some kind of like peroxide salve.
Okay.
There are like little rags to keep things warm, apply, wash things off, apply pressure if need be. There is let's see. I mean, I'm pretty sure that's probably what would be in there. Most things to at least keep wounds or cuts or anything like that, like clean and like covered up, so that they could at least be transferred to a medical wing.
Right.
But there's nothing that will long-term heal injuries. It's just to, prevent them from getting worse.
Okay. So Carter would basically pass out all of the bandages. Anything that's to stop bleeding would be passed out, and he would keep the peroxide on himself. Because he also figures that squirting that in someone's eye
Valid.
is gonna hurt like a bitch.
Yep.
So
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
Solid plan there.
So,
Yeah.
I actually looked up if hydrogen peroxide is flammable. It is not, but
Well,
A shame.
I know.
We're on a boat. I don't think we want anything flammable.
Technically,
true.
boats are flammable, so like
anything
Boats
can
are
be
flammable.
flammable.
Boats are flammable.
Exactly why we shouldn't be setting other fires on here besides, like, the ones that happen when you're cooking things.
and you're talking to the chef.
And I hate to say it, but there are fireplaces on this boat.
Are you
There are
serious? Never mind.
fireplaces on this boat?
In lounges.
Forget it. Forget
In
I said
That
lounges.
makes
anything.
sense.
Yeah, there's some lounges that have decorative fireplaces.
I
You
love
know what?
this.
Forget decorative. Decorative being the key word.
Decorative that do house open flames.
Dang it. Forget I said anything. All my fire statements have been redacted. I don't even know what to say
They're
anymore.
probably not lit right now, but
Well, yeah, not right
Maybe.
now, but statement redacted.
okay.
George
alright,
takes one of the rolls of bandages.
Okay.
I'll also take a roll of bandages.
Am I just grabbing things? I will grab anything and everything I can fit into my apron pockets.
There is probably
Oh
a
god, that's
rag
right. You're
left.
dressed in your outfit.
I'm dressed in my little silly uniform.
Oh my
And I
god.
probably have like one of those waiter aprons on my in front. So I'm guessing I'm shoving anything and everything I can that could possibly help into my pockets.
Yeah, I
Valid.
think all that would be left of the first aid kit is like a rag for pressure and
I will grab the rag.
okay.
And then can I also look for a frying pan, a small one?
I mean,
Like
you
a
wouldn't
little
have
for
to
cooking eggs.
You wouldn't have to look that far because I mean there are
May I grab
smaller
a tiny frying pan?
yes, you can grab a tiny frying pan.
Thank
George
you.
pokes her and then says, "Cast iron's not bulletproof." Just a fun fact you learned in a book.
I mean, that's I wasn't actually thinking that, but that's very good. I was thinking more like I could and then she kind of like does like a little batting motion.
So cute.
But only in emergencies. I don't want to like actually use it, but
Yeah,
like,
no, that makes
I
that makes
figured this would
sense.
hurt a lot more than like my serving tray.
Yeah, it definitely would.
Carter, I hope you don't mind I'm borrowing this.
You know what? If you are to borrow one of my pans, specifically to potentially beat the shit out of a pirate, I genuinely don't think I could be any more proud of you.
Aw.
Piper will give a very weird smile. She'll be like, okay, yeah, sure.
I'd say don't break it, but if you break it on one of the heads, I'll buy you a drink. All right?
Okay.
If we survive
that
this.
sounds good. I guess. But that means you gotta live. And she
Okay.
like looks very sternly at Carter and like points a finger. That means you gotta live.
All
You
right.
too. And like
Okay.
she turns around and points at Atticus and George. She's like, y'all gotta live.
George
Understand?
gives her a thumbs up.
Oh.
Like
Atticus
this
gives
very
her a
tiny bird
wink.
pointing up at Atticus.
Oh, you gotta wink.
you gotta live.
though.
Oh
You gotta
yeah.
wink.
Oh no,
Oh,
wait. No. If you've come up to him and you're pointing at him, he's going to reach out and take your hand and give it a little kiss on the knuckles and says, I promise that I won't die.
You see her feathers fluff like nobody's business. She's actively kind of stunned. You have rendered her speechless.
Oh.
Oh boy. Didn't know you could do that.
Oh boy.
I didn't know I could do that
kinda
either.
like, I don't know what just happened, and she's kind of stunned. Her feathers definitely like ruffled, and like, like you know when birds do that full body shake and like ruffle their feathers.
Yeah.
It was kind of like
Yes.
that, but her feathers stayed fluffed for a hot second.
Aw.
Jeez, Pip.
I'm having a great time.
All right. So we all have some sort of medical supply. We all have weapons. Great. So I'm glad we have that out of the way. Now we need to know what the fuck to do with this stuff. So are we wanting, as Atticus, as you mentioned, we could work to take out the guards?
I do still like that idea a lot, even if we can just, for a moment, cause enough ruckus so that the guests can get away, or I suppose there's not much of getting away when it comes to being on a ship, or at least be able to flee and cause a bit of, I guess, ruckus while we head towards wherever the captain is. I don't know all the parts of a boat well enough, which is a shame considering I've been working on one for so long. To the part where the captain would be.
Right, the captain's quarters, or, well, likely with navigation. So,
Yes.
George would tell them the proper term for this room. I personally myself don't know the
Bridge.
proper term for this
Bridge.
room.
The bridge.
The bridge? Okay.
Yeah, it's the bridge.
George
that
would just
word.
gently chime in. The bridge, you mean?
yeah.
Yes, that one.
That
I
one.
should know that from Star Trek. I feel so... Captain on the bridge.
Oh.
Captain on the bridge.
That's the problem, is our characters haven't watched Star Trek.
Yeah,
So
that's
they
the-
don't
that's-
remember.
I see.
True.
You're right. Copy there.
All right. Well, we have one buddy upstairs and at least 3 downstairs. One of them is someone that people seem to be a little worried about. I would say leave that one to Atticus and or myself. We'll get a look and figure if that should be an and or an or.
Awesome. I would love to scout out this him character before potentially, I assume, maybe getting my head crushed in by him. I feel like that's the kind of creature that gets described as a him.
Like I said, you can't die.
Correct?
You can't die either.
Well, I'm not gonna die. I don't want to die. Therefore, I'm not gonna die. And y'all are just going in, you know, with your guns blazing. And well, I know not actually guns. You have swords, but you know, you're talking about dying, and you shouldn't be thinking about that.
George
You
is
should
like,
be
I'm
thinking about
not.
living.
No, if I remember, that's
Right?
just me. I'm just ignore.
But you, especially given who your player character is, you're not allowed to die.
No.
You're not allowed to die.
No.
Correct.
I don't want to do that again.
Same.
Flirts who keep dying? What?
I can't do this anymore.
No.
Wait. If we're going by the term by the rules, flirts keep dying.
Oh,
that puts me in
Oh,
danger.
no.
Atticus
No!
can't die.
Also super quick.
And this time, my character doesn't want to stab anybody without meaning to.
There we go.
Which
So
is-
we keep saying him, and I just keep thinking about the Powerpuff Girls character that we get
Me
down
too.
there.
Yes, that's what I'm thinking too.
I'm sorry to disappoint in advance, but it's not the legendary him from the Powerpuff Girls.
Ah, not yet. Okay.
I can
Okay.
keep dreaming, right?
Yeah,
So
that's a fanfic for later.
Ah,
It's a fanfic for
Gosh.
later.
All right. So, is anyone calling dibs on the buddy upstairs, or want me to take care of him?
I could also take care of it. I'd be more than happy to give him a mess.
All right. Well, you go mess him up. I'll scout downstairs and see what we're dealing with closer. Once you do that.
You got it.
George quietly says to Atticus, like, can I watch through the window or something? Just see how it's done.
Of course you can, darling.
Oh God, it's so cute. I can't. I'm sorry.
I love this.
That was like an arrow to my heart. That
It's
was
like,
so
is
cute.
it okay if I watch you mess this guy up?
Of course you can.
I've never seen someone kill
darling.
someone before.
What?
Just really interested.
A first date?
We're witnessing a first date.
That is
There's
to
a
note
lot.
now. I've been able to say a cute pet name sort of thing to George and Carter now.
Mm-hmm.
You've also
Pips
said
up
something
next.
to
Good.
Pips.
Uh-oh.
What did I call Pips?
You called her sweetheart.
Oh, I've done it to everyone
You've done
now.
it to everyone.
You got us
George
all.
completes the trifecta.
Hey!
You did it. You have all 3 pieces of the Triforce.
Amazing. Time to go defeat Ganondorf.
Yeah,
Oh,
right?
that's who
Ganon.
him is. It's
Oh,
Ganondorf.
you figured me out. It's Ganon.
I want to
Ganondorf
seduce.
all along.
I would deeply like to seduce Ganondorf.
God,
Please
me
and thank
too.
you.
Me too.
Anyway,
All right, so you're heading out to take care of this guy on the 2nd floor.
Yeah, the guy on the 2nd floor.
All right.
Should I stealth it up first?
Yeah, sure, go for it.
Alrighty. Well, I have to lean in really close because the numbers are very small.
Valid.
A 17.
Well, this individual that's kind of surveying from the balcony, little area, walkway, you manage to catch him as he's kind of turning around to go back towards one of the porthole windows. Just kind of stand, watch, look out the window for a little bit. He seems like this is an incredibly boring job. Kind of sick and tired of it. Like, they're not doing anything. They're not moving. They're not causing a fuss. They're not, causing any problems. They're not making things interesting. And his guard is down. So you can easily stealth up to this individual, and he does not know that you're there.
Fantastic. Did we specify, did we want to kill these pirates or do we want to just knock them out?
Carter's probably made it very clear that he doesn't care whether they live or die. But that's Carter, at least.
I can't decide whether you should live or
Carter might have posited if you could get information from him, but wouldn't have said anything about don't kill him. Just like,
Okay. Then I will attempt to do the whole grab with hand over mouth, which, as you can imagine, he's got underwater adaptation, which allows him to swim better underwater and hold his breath longer underwater.
Okay.
So I assume that also means webbed fingers.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, those big old hands.
With those big old shark hands. I assume that his palm would probably make it impossible to yell through, but
Probably. I'd say so.
What is that giggle for?
I'm just picturing the density of his palm. Impossible to yell through.
I mean, or I
Like
guess a
it's
regular
like
palm. I
soundproofing
have a
material
little
for a
palm.
recording booth.
I mean, we all
Yeah,
knew
he's
that
got rock
Atticus
Puts his
was
wall.
hands around a
thick,
microphone
but-
and makes his own recording booth wherever he goes.
Yeah, he just cups his hands around his mouth like this, and it just kills the noise.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Anyways, I would like to, I guess, let's go with, how far away is this top one from the kitchen?
I mean, you would probably have to walk about halfway between the hallway that you're in towards the dining area to the hallway on the other side of this walkway, because it kind of envelops the entire second floor, and then there's a hallway on the other side that goes down towards the back of the ship. So he's about halfway between on the kind of walkways that go around.
Okay, so here's my thought process on it. I would like to grab him, cover his mouth, and keep him from like rattling around and making any noise. Drag him back to that hallway, give him a round of intimidation before I take my hand off to start asking him questions.
Which hallway are you taking him back towards? The one with the kitchen, or on the other side of
the one that I'm currently in? If
Okay.
if I have to go like the whole way back around, do something crazy, then I don't want to do all that.
Yeah, you can easily just like, if you want to go back towards the kitchen, then you can. But I will have you roll strength to grapple.
Okay.
Yeah.
George is gonna roll to see how much he can see of the scene.
Sure.
How many details?
Yeah, go for it.
It rolled so far away up my keyboard.
Would it be perception? Would it be perception roll?
Yes.
George got an 18 then.
I also rolled an 18.
You see all of it.
Good.
And this guy failed a strength check. So you kind of come up behind him. You're crouched a little bit, just enough to kind of get this nice, smooth kind of movement up kind of behind him as he's looking out the window. There's a split second, just a split second from the glint in the window that he catches something behind him. But as he goes to turn, you kind of reach around to put a hand across his mouth, and with the other hand wrap it around his arms to keep them pinned at his side. He does kind of wiggle a little bit to try and get out, and he is very visibly shocked and startled by the fact that there is somebody now dragging him back towards one of the hallways. He's trying to make noise, but it's very hard. Your hands are firmly clamped over his face, and he is not able to kind of shout for help. But you have successfully kidnapped a pirate.
Hooray! So once I get him in the hallway, I'll make a very fantastic show of letting him see, like my teeth and all of that, just to really set in for him that he's been picked up by something that's not like normal, quote unquote. And I tell him, if you make a single noise, it will be the last noise that you ever make. Now we're going to do this nice and slowly, and you're going to give me the information I want. And then we'll see how the rest of the night turns out for you. Now nod your head if you understand. Good. I'm going to, I guess, pin him to the floor. That'd probably be the best place to go with it. So I can put a knee on his chest.
So, yeah, you kind of like lay him down and kind of ready yourself with a knee on his chest. And he listens to what you have to say.
Cool. I keep my hand on Thresher just in case he decides to get all wily with me. So what do I want to know? Oh, should I ask about him? Who him is?
Yeah, that'd be good.
I say some of your partners aren't very quiet, and they're talking about somebody else who's helping y'all guard that they seem less interested in working with. Who is that?
Who? They're talking about somebody that's working with us? Which guys are talking?
Yes, I believe they were just the ones on the lower, on the next floor down. That's where they were, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they were on the stairs. It's Probably one of our superiors, I think. I didn't have a very good view of the stairs, like further back in that hallway, so I honestly don't know. It could be a number of people.
Okay. Can I insight on him to see if he's genuinely...
Yeah, go for it.
I don't know why I would grab over that way. Sorry. It was on an angle. Insight 5.
From what you can see, he's being pretty genuine.
Okay, fine. That works for me. I don't know. What else could I ask this kid before I chuck him off the side of the boat or whatever? Oh, how many of you are there on this ship right now?
Oh God. I mean, I think just about everyone hopped over. I don't know. It was pretty quick. We all just kind of ran. We had a few people kind of join up last time we were on land, but I don't know how many people joined. I just do what I'm told. I don't count people. I don't know how many people are here. A lot, maybe.
I leaned down on my knee to kind of compress on his sternum a little bit.
I'm serious. I'm serious. Not like, maybe, I don't know, 100. It looked like 100. 100 looks like a lot of people. Maybe a little more than 100. I don't know.
Okay.
I only hang out with like 5 guys.
I'm not allowed to hang out with anyone else. It's scary.
I have like 5 friends. I only care about me and my friends.
If you cared about your friends, you would not have jumped aboard this ship.
You could ask him why.
Yeah, why this ship? Why this ship and why now? It's kind of an important date for this boat. Why would you pick this one?
I don't know. Coincidence? It's rich people. They got shit. They got a lot of good shit. I was told that this was the best one to go for. It's, notable. The name, it's kind of something that, you see and hear about often with your buddies, and I hear this boat's going out again. It looks chock full of suckers. But I just do what I'm told. There are a lot of rich people on this boat.
Again, as he starts talking, and I'm not really getting answers that I really like, he's lean more on the knee.
What do you want me to tell you? That
I honestly just kind of wish you weren't a grunt right now. So, listen up. I'm done asking you questions. And I'm tired of looking at your face.
I'm sorry?
The next thing that's going to happen is a lot of darkness for you. And if I see your face again while I'm trying to free my crew, my friends, and all of the nice people who are on this boat, if I see you again, I'm going to chop your head off. Because I feel like that's a pretty fair deal. You're a pirate. You've invaded my home, my workspace. You've scared and hurt people I really care about. And in turn, it's just fair play. So if I see your face again, I'm cutting it off. The whole face. Okay. And then I'm going to hit him with the butt of the sword square in the forehead to knock him out.
Oh yeah, you do that easily.
Is there a closet in this hallway? I assume so.
Probably. There's probably some kind of like a hospitality closet with like buckets and mops and stuff to keep the hallways clean. So
I stuff him in that closet and close it.
Okay. He is now. You now have an unconscious pirate in a closet on the second floor.
Hey, look, I've got one unconscious and one killed. It's perfect. Now I just gotta horribly maim one, and then we'll be like good to go.
Yeah, you'll have another
filled out my whole
Triforce.
bingo card.
Yeah.
A secondary Triforce.
Collecting all the
I knew it.
Triforces.
Great.
I'm doing a great job here. I'm doing fantastic. Well, I got my guard.
All right.
I guess I'll go back. Did anyone come out with me, or was it just me and then George watching through the window?
I feel like once Atticus went out to go handle that guard, Carter would start his way downstairs. Because he's going to be taking it very slowly and very carefully. To try and figure out what link. He's not going to take the weakest link because he's going to leave that for the newer fighter. So he's going to try and go get a glimpse at him. Whoever this him is.
Okay, so I'm trying to think of the quickest way down where you wouldn't be spotted. There are some stairwells that kind of go off to the side and down into the lobby, as opposed to the main big stairwells, that the grand ones in the front that are all decorative. But you can kind of sneak down. You do notice that the stairwell kind of comes out a little ways ahead of where the grand stairwell is. So you would come out kind of along the side of that. How are you looking to kind of investigate and survey that area?
So basically, it's as much of remaining behind, like in hallways, and kind of peeking around corners. And if there's points where he can't do that and he has to kind of go out more, he would still very much stay as hidden as possible until he can like evaluate the enemy, you know? So it's just trying to stealth as much as possible from any point that he can see, ideally see him, without having to get too close. Carter's willing if he has to, but
okay. You would be coming down into the lobby itself, like into the foyer itself. The only way to kind of get around that would be to stealth around furniture that's there. You can't necessarily go outside and around that spot. If you wanted to go back up the stairs and go down, there are more stairs down into the foyer on the other side. But if you're coming down the ones closest to the kitchen, you'd be in line with that hallway that this person is in, so you wouldn't be able to see them.
Okay. So, especially if, like, Carter looks over and Atticus no problem handles this guy, Carter will go out and around up top, keeping an eye over the banister or whatever, but then would head down and around so that he could get an angle and see what we're dealing with here.
Okay, so I'm going to have you roll perception.
Perception?
For when you get down to the bottom of the stairs to see if you can see in between those stairwells.
Cool. Ooh. I think that's going to be a 21.
Oh my gosh, everyone's rolls tonight. And mine are all shit. So...
And don't get excited. Wait till a fight starts. I'll
Yeah,
start
yeah,
rolling
no,
threes then.
Yeah, everything's gonna just flip. You do catch a glimpse through the middle of the stairs. You kind of make your way towards where the guy with the blunderbuss is kind of, you know, he's a few paces ahead, kind of at the back of the group of guests that are sitting in the foyer. And you kind of park yourself behind what looks to be a bar counter where somebody might be serving champagne or something for the people that are hanging out in the foyer. And you peek your head over, and what you can see in the middle of the hallway is another guard, kind of like the one that was patrolling on the second floor. And this person is in the middle of a conversation with two other individuals. One that you can see is fairly slender in figure, very, very dark colored clothes. I want to see so I can describe it better. Okay, so very dark colored clothes, a bit of jewelry, very large earrings, very dark, murky green skin, black eyes from rim to rim, and a bandana kind of tied on top of their head, standing next to a large mass of an individual. And this person isn't so much a person as they are very close to a walrus standing on two legs, dressed in casual pirate garb, alongside with this other person, and they're kind of speaking to the guard with, you know, what looks to be kind of catching up with how progress is going. Like, are there any issues? Are there whatever? Just a basic check-in, but the guard is very visually afraid of these two.
Okay. All right. I have compliments the chef.
Mm-hmm.
When trying to discern emotional states at a distance, this is mostly going to be for the other pirates, not the people filling them in, because they're clearly scared.
Mm.
But I can get an additional 1d6 to try and read their emotions and pick up on how these two are feeling.
The two that are intimidating the person?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Because basically Carter wants to see how comfortable do they seem. Like, clearly this isn't their first rodeo, but like, are they bluffing just to intimidate this guy? Are they genuinely confident? That's kind of what Carter's trying.
Okay, so you're looking for intent?
Yes.
Okay, so like emotions with regards to the conversation and like the intent of what they're trying to get across.
Yeah, because it's mostly how genuinely confident do they seem.
Okay, cool. So roll perception with your 1d6 for that.
Okay. Been rolling pretty well, but I just want to use my abilities, so... Oh, and I'm really glad this is the one I chose the additional plus 1d6 for. Okay.
Wonderful.
Not a great start. Let's see what happens. Oh, okay. So it went from like an 8 to 14.
Okay. With a 14, it's pretty easy to see that the walrus folk and the other person at their side, they're very comfortable working together. It seems like they're not standing too far apart, that it's, you know, they're new, it's, you know, it's awkward. They're comfortably engaging in this conversation. They're kind of, you know, nodding their head as this other guard kind of explains what's going on, just kind of talking about things and trying to kind of give the rundown of, you know, the series of events that have occurred to get the lobby into the order that it is. They don't seem angry. They seem very intrigued. Kind of like a, okay, I see, like, this is where, you know, your work and your guards and the people that you're working with, this is the job that they're doing. Okay, I get it. Very discerning, very kind of like, okay. So they're not upset. They don't seem to be, you know, put off by anything. They're just very serious.
Okay.
Very confident and very serious.
Not necessarily what Carter was worried about, but that's not what Carter was hoping for. So, okay. he's not any more worried about one or the other. Just because one of them is a unit of a being doesn't mean he's the more dangerous one.
Mhm.
But if what Pip said is correct, and these are who people are kind of worried about, oof. So tucked from behind this bar, if I stay tucked behind the bar for like a moment or so, I'm pretty well hidden, right?
Yeah, I'd say so.
Okay. Is there anything as far as like what's stocked in the bar? Like sometimes at bars they'll have those little like skewers that they like, those fancy skewers that they put in drinks, or silverware. Are there any other sharps?
I'd say probably the skewers for martinis. That would be about the only thing. Any kind of silverware
Probably
would
still
have
in the
been
kitchen.
provided from the kitchen, depending on if there were going to be any snacks available or any kinds of hors d'oeuvres or appetizers and stuff like that. But
Too early.
the only sharp things that you can find back there are maybe, apart from those skewers, would maybe be a longer spoon to stir drinks, but it's not necessarily a sharp
Right.
implement.
Okay. Carter will take like a handful of them. Doesn't take all of them because that looks suspicious where it's just completely not stocked. But takes enough, puts them in the chef's pocket in the front. No idea if he's going to need them, but he's not going to leave behind possible resources. And I think he's going to start heading back up because he's not taking that on alone. And he'd probably prefer to check in with the others before moving out into that. And would also definitely want to go to Atticus and be like, hey, this is not an or situation. This is an and situation.
Yeah.
It's gotta be together. It can't be separate.
No, this is we gotta meld well and kick some ass, alright?
That's valid. So you're going back upstairs?
Yes.
Cool. Can I have you roll perception real quick?
Okay.
Yeah? What was that?
No.
No.
What was that?
No.
No.
Oh.
Oh, going so good.
Beautiful. So, you head back upstairs and you go back to the kitchen.
Oh boy, it's something to find out later. No. No, 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 no.
Yep.
Oh, my tummy hurts.
I mean, if Carter doesn't know, Carter doesn't know.
Nope. Nope.
Oh, Dookie beans. Oh, those are always my least favorite when I don't immediately get to know the consequences.
Yeah, it's like, oh no, this is coming back. This
What
is
are
coming
the consequences of my actions coming back to haunt me?
back. When will you learn? When will we learn?
Your actions have consequences.
Oh, beautiful, beautiful. So you make it back to the kitchen with this knowledge that there is another guard that's in the hallway, as well as these two very intimidating individuals.
So, yeah. Carter would definitely go and see if Atticus had returned, see if George and Pips are still in the kitchen, and if so, would relay everything. Like, would tell them, it's like, alright, so I didn't see too many more guards than we figured. Unfortunately, the 4 minimum, definitely for the best. So, is Atticus back in the kitchen?
I think this would be after your interrogation.
Yeah, I would have gone ahead and gone back.
George high-fived Atticus when Atticus got back.
Way to go, George. Love it.
Oh, Oh yeah, I bet.
Yeah,
I
Junior.
love this guy. I want to read books with him out in the out in the rain somewhere.
Yeah.
Uh,
I think George would be down for that.
Amazing.
Oh, when Carter first comes back, first he would look to Pip and go, "Eh, see, still alive."
She's
Which
gonna look a
Now.
little annoyed at that, at the smart alecky talk, but she's gonna be like, you will see her be like kind of relieved that you are indeed okay, but she's like,
Just don't scare me like that. You know you. Mm. Next time, take me with you.
I think I'm tougher than you think. Don't worry about me. All right.
Okay.
You call
Fine.
me mom. Let me do the worrying. All right. And he kind of gives a pat on the arm. But he would look to Atticus. Go, hey, that thing I told you about, the possible and or. Yeah, no.
Yes. Oh.
No more ors. Only ands. I'm gonna need your help.
Fantastic. I love to fight.
Is that a question?
Can I roll an insight check on that? Because Carter isn't sure what that tone means. I love
Who knows?
to fight.
To fight.
Who knows if Atticus knows what that tone means?
Chris flat out is just like, is that a question?
All right, I got a 10 insight, so I don't know if either of us know. You said you can and do fight, right?
Oh, I do. I can and I do fight. Yes.
Do you fight good?
He taught me.
Yes.
Okay.
It's like it's clearly like not it's not like he's lacking any confidence in saying yes.
Yeah.
He just hates the fact that he is in fact good at fighting.
Fair. Like, all right, well, it's a useful skill at least right now.
Fair enough.
So, the other guards downstairs didn't look like a huge threat, besides pirates in general.
Mm.
So I feel if Atticus and I can try and tackle the him plus one, not gonna lie,
Oh.
I don't want to make assumptions. I don't know which one was the him. So they both.
I'm glad that he came with a dance partner.
Yeah, and they both seemed confident.
Oh,
Unfortunately,
wonderful.
confident
pirates dance?
and calm.
Wait, what did Piper say?
Do pirates dance?
I guess technically they can. They have music on their ships, I assume.
That's a
Why
ship
don't we just
vibe.
play the music? Could that be an option? Can we just play music and maybe they'll dance? Maybe we could just trick them into dancing and then just, I don't know. Can we push them off the ship and make them twirl out? I don't know.
Pip.
Twirl them off the ship?
What?
I don't know.
She's suggesting murder now. I like her. She's
Oh.
going up
Not
on
murder,
the list.
not murder, not
All
murder.
right.
It's not murder.
Look at you
It's
getting
just
corrupted.
gently pushing them off the ship, away from here. And I don't know. I bet most of them can swim. They're pirates. They should probably be able to swim, right?
Are you saying
Right?
we make them walk the plank?
No. We wouldn't. They wouldn't walk the plank. They'd simply just fall over the edge. I mean, not like. I mean,
Hey, Pip,
never mind.
Do you know
George's
how tall
excited
this
in the
ship is?
background.
George is like, murder!
Murder!
Yeah, George's like,
Let's
yeah.
do a murder!
Do you know how high up we are when we're up on the deck? Pretty high, right? We're in a big boat. Yeah?
Yeah, we're a big luxury cruiser.
You gotta understand. Pips can fly.
Right.
She does not understand the concept of
Right.
high.
Yeah, Carter's just like, to those who can't fly, like the rest of us, at least I'm gonna assume. The
Oh,
rest
if I
of
hit
us.
the water at any impact speed, I'll be fine.
Okay, besides you. So let's say the pirates, for the most part, you kick them off the ship. at the speed they are gonna hit that water, they're gonna risk hitting it like stone. Meaning they're gonna die, or at least break some bones, which makes it hard to swim. Now, I am not opposed to shoving some assholes off the boat. But Pips, I want you to be aware of what you're suggesting. To those of us who are not natural aviators, or people who are fine in water, I guess.
I would like to apologize. I did not mean to say murder, but
I mean,
we're fine. Fine with murder.
The rest of us are amenable.
We should just well, let's go on with the plan. Mom, you were talking?
Carter's gonna pull Pips in for a hug. Just
And Atticus is just watching George get so ramped up at the idea of, like, if I shove my sword through a man, he will die, and then I'll be able to write about that in my journal. I'm so excited.
Piper is like shaking like a leaf. Like you could feel like the little bird shakes.
Oh,
Carter is trying to comfort, but he's gone into a very different headspace. So he's like, "Oh shit! Realize this is not just normal conversation." There, it's okay. Don't you worry.
I also love the idea of George just March 28th. Today, I killed a man.
I got to murder a man today.
Oh,
It was
he would write
quite lovely.
that.
Please.
Today,
That's
I
so
killed
good.
someone. It was great.
There was a mutiny. There was mutiny and pirates on the ship, and I got to put my sword through one. It was very fascinating. Atticus told me that I need to clean my sword after killing, but I thought that the pattern that the blood made on the blade was quite fascinating.
I wanted to try to draw it. Alex said we didn't have time.
I watched it drip for hours. I think I might
stained
try
my
this
favorite
again
shirt today with the
sometime.
blood of the enemies.
Like, oh my god, that's so good.
Oh my gosh.
My necktie
Unbelievable.
now has a cool stain on it. I shall wear it for every event.
She'll never wash it again.
Oh my god.
I'm feeling quite blessed.
This blood has blessed me. The blessed
It's
blood.
just like the
Blessed
books I
blessed
read.
blood.
Just like the books I read. It's wonderful.
It's like one of my Japanese anime.
Oh my god.
I love how on one end it's like three folks. It's a scale where it's like George at the end is like, yeah, murder, and then Atticus and Carter who are like, I mean, I will kill if I have to, and then Piper who's going to Thanos snap out of existence from fear.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that sounds about right. That sounds
Yeah.
about right. All right. So I think the plan is y'all are gonna take on guards next.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So I'll say that we'll save the attack on the guards for next week, or not next week,
Amazing.
but the next session.
Yeah.
Yes,
All right.
I'm very excited.
All right.
I can't wait to see how well George will use this sword. I'm very excited to see George use a sword.
I am too.
Oh boy.
So
So,
too.
So is he because he never has.
oh boy. It's definitely gonna be something.
I'm seeing
all right.
this image of Piper like swinging her frying pan around and like knocking one dude out, and then just because she cannot stop her momentum, getting cleave and spinning around and hitting another dude.
Apologizing to every person she knocks out.
Every person she-
Sorry.
I'm so sorry.
Like literally just hops over like random bodies on the ground. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Someone like
Like,
sneaking up
steps on
behind
his
her, going,
hand.
"Ah," and she goes, "Ah," and then like smacks.
That's so good. That's so good.
Oh,
All
God.
right. So we got good progress tonight, team.
Hey!
We have a plan.
Yay.
You're doing it. You've
Oh,
also
Wogwarts.
seen some,
And we haven't died yet.
You've also seen some named enemies whose names you don't know yet.
Yes.
Aw.
I want to kill them fast enough to not learn their names.
I'll challenge accepted. Let's see what happens. Good luck with that.
No, I obviously want to learn their names because if they're named, that means there might be art of them, and if there's art of them, they might be hot. and I definitely want to see
There
that.
might be art of one of them. I don't know.
Wow.
I'm just saying.
Oh, this is so good. Thank you, Jason.
Jason.
Yay!
Another fantastic session. Love it.
Yeah, that was
Hey,
amazing.
y'all are doing so
much
good.
fun.
Whew. All right. I think it's about time we reintroduce everybody.
Yeah.
For those who stuck around until now, want to know who these wonderful people are. Wow, who's that in that fancy bow tie? I don't know.
Is it me?
You tell me.
Wow. Yeah, my name is Ashley. I use they, them, and z, them pronouns. I'm an artist, actor, writer, and podcaster. I am the creator of Finley and the Chaos Crew, which is a comedy fantasy podcast about a non-binary half demon, half elf. It's got a lot of chaotic, good, wholesome vibes to it. I have an Etsy shop where I sell things involving worms on a string and pride stickers. I also am the creator of the Diary of Mothman Kickstarter, which just is 3 days left on for funding. And you'll get it's an interactive queer immersive novel where you'll get letters in the mail from Mothman's diary or in your email, depending on how you'd rather have them sent to you. But you'll get letters every 2 weeks for the span of a year. And that is on Kickstarter right now. We've massively smashed our goal. But now's the time to get on that if you want to. So you can find my fun links in the chat.
Yeah.
I'm gonna play George tonight.
Wow, that's a lot of pink lights. Who is that up there that we're allowed to perceive tonight?
Yes, I'm perceivable tonight. Hello, I'm Mish again, and I go by the pronouns tired and napping. And tonight I played Atticus, who got to turn up the flirt modes. I'm glad that I get a chance to flirt in between all the pirates and potential death. Other than this, you can find me on podcasts such as Jar of Rebuke and The Soft Boiled Detective. You can find me on visual novels like Panicked and Surrounded by Hot Vampires and Limbo Line and All That Ails You. You can also find me on Twitter at Mish_arts, where I post up all the things that I'm doing, including anything that I have posted up on YouTube. And then if you'd like to see me play video games like Spiritfarer or struggle to play other video games that aren't Spiritfarer, you can see me on Twitch under Mish Arts.
Very nice. Wow, that's a cute little bird person. Who's that?
That'd be me.
Hi, me. I'm Dad.
Hi, Dad. I'm me. Hello. My name's Olivia. I use she, her pronouns. I play Piper, Pips, who also uses she, her pronouns. I doodle. That's about it. I like playing this bird and being with this crew. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what else to do.
You also animated something for 5 Second Day, and you have an entire Twitter account that's just filled with really good One Piece fan art. If you want to see more One Piece fan art, go check out It's Your Kitchen on Twitter.com.
Can't avoid this, can I?
Nope, it's gonna happen every single time.
Oh dear God.
I'm gonna do it.
I know you are.
Yeah. Also, who's that in the other side of my office?
Well, hello, Jason, and
Hi.
hello, chat. I'm not like a news anchor. Sorry, I'm getting the link to Olivia's One Piece Twitter. I have it. There we go.
Oh, why are you doing this, Cass? No, Cass, no.
Yeah, go follow it right now.
It's in the
Oh
chat.
dear Lord.
I'm doing it.
But hello, my name is Casper Oliver. My pronouns are they, them, and he, him at the moment. And I played Carter Numb, aka Mom, whose pronouns are he, him, and they, them, so more masculine leaning. And first time playing a fightier character, which is fun. But where else you can find me is Jar of Rebuke, which has been mentioned, which is in writing and production, and The Softball Detective, which I voice multiple characters for, Finley and the Chaos Crew, which I voice different little things for. Also involved in Giorgio Romero's Done For, as well as Hello from the Hollowwoods. I kind of just go wherever You can find all of the updates for all of this stuff on my Twitter, and you can also find my card in the chat, and you can find all my other projects. And also next week, because Mondays we do streams every week. This week was Verbena with Jason as our DM, and next week is going to be Clocked In, a urban modern fantasy sort of thing. I affectionately call it Capitalism is Bad, the game. And so I am the DM for that one. Jason is a player. Ashley is currently a guest player as they all try to escape the casino. And yeah, so if you want more D&D fun, come join us next week. More queer hijinks will ensue. Just less boats for now.
Oh, boats?
Mostly.
All right. Hi, I'm Jason. My pronouns are he, him, and I'm dad-shaped. I am Nexilis Games' token himbo, which I love so very, very much. I'm your DM for this Monday, and then not next Monday, but the Monday after that. I'm kind of like a rotating DM. I show up sometimes and do a thing, and then I leave and become a player, and then I just suddenly become a DM again. It happens. I do voiceover stuff, so if you want projects to check out that I've been in or helped work on, definitely check out the demo for The Office Type, which is a dating simulator where you date personifications of office supplies. The updated demo is available on Steam, and if you like gritty neon drug dealer cartel assassin romance stuff, I play a character called Ada in a 18 plus BL visual novel called Nightshade, You Are the Drug, and it is currently available on Steam now. Please go buy it and please go play it. I'm not saying it because I'm biased and I'm in it. I'm saying it because I genuinely played the game twice and it's very good, and I want to play it again because it's very good. Please go take a look at it. It is amazing. The art style is great. The voice acting is phenomenal, and I'm not talking about myself. I'm literally talking about a lot of people in the game. It's just an amazing cast. And it's a fun story, a fun little adventure. Definitely go and see what's up. I'm in podcasts. I'm in Jar of Rebuke sometimes. I'm in something coming out. I don't know if I can talk about it yet, but you'll see it on my Twitter when it does happen. And I do stream on my own personal channel, J_Sun, S-O-N, Larock, L-A-R-O-C-K, because I am original, and I do whatever I feel like doing whenever I feel like doing it. So it's a little bit of everything. Recently we've been playing Don't Starve Together. Like a group of us, we've been playing that. We played Chicken Police this past Wednesday, which is a weird little anthropomorphic noir murder mystery
Comedy. It's like a noir parody
thing. Yeah, it's like a buddy cop private investigator, but you're chickens. I don't know. It's weird. It's odd. It's just odd. And in the past we've done things like we've voiced Ace Attorney games, which the episodes are currently up actually on the Thesperience YouTube channel, where you can rewatch all of the fun, strange adventures of me doing every single voice in an Ace Attorney game, which it's a lot. A lot goes on there. And also, while I'm here, I think we should take the time to give a shout out and a thank you again to Grinding Coffee Co. for being our supporter for this stream and every stream. If you are interested in coffee, if you are interested in coffee accoutrement like mugs, if you like masks and shirts and sweaters and, you know, really cool merchandise that's been lovingly crafted by a Black queer owned company, definitely check out Grinding Coffee Co. And perks, if you buy anything from Grinding Coffee Co., you can use code Nexilis Games at checkout for 10% off of your order, which is fantastic. We all love a good discount. And another plus, that money goes to streamers like us. Specifically by using this code, we for us. But
Yes.
Grinding Coffee Co. is amazing at partnering with streamers that do a little bit of everything. We're proud to be, I think, the first to do TTRPG streams.
Yeah, because when I literally had the meeting with them, and they were like, "So we don't fully understand what it is you do, but it sounds really cool. So so we might be their first ever TTRPG multi-medium sort of content group."
Yeah, so that's a plus, but definitely go check out their Twitter, check out their website. If you like coffee, cold brew, possibly tea in the future, decaf, regular coffee, stuff like that, bunch of different flavors, check out their website and consider placing an order using our code.
Don't quote me on this, but I think for shits and giggles, they brought their pumpkin spice back
Did they
temporarily.
really?
So yes, I saw a
so
thing
if you-
about
I've been
it
seeing
on social
tweets
media.
about pumpkin spice.
So if you didn't get your pumpkin spice fix back in the fall, now is the time. They've brought it back. But I also always want to suggest they have a coffee called the Gay Agenda, and it's very good. They also have decaf options, I do believe.
Mm-hmm.
So even if you shouldn't drink coffee, like me, you still can.
There's an option for you.
Neat.
Yeah, so definitely check that out and come back next week for our next session of Clocked In. It's going to be wild, as always. It's going to be fun, and then we hope to see you again real soon for the next session of Verbena. So, alrighty, everybody, have a very good night. We're going to run the outro, and have a wonderful week.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Good night.